the only one asking why? Do people love to hate what they don't like? But that's okay, I let them talk while I hold mine. Want me to change but you don't know it's right. Maybe you don't know what you're saying. Sick of these games we're playing. I feel like it's not fair. Hard at work, but you don't say. Tell me what I should be. Honestly, do you feel proud hurting me? But that's alright, I know you'll never listen. I try to talk to you, but what's the difference? Do you see these signs survive? What would be enough to make you realize? Am I the only one asking why? Yeah. Do people love to hate what they don't like? But that's okay, I let them talk while I hold mine. Want me to change but you don't know it's right. Maybe you don't know what you're saying. Sick of these games we're playing. I feel like it's not fair. Tell me why now. Tell me see. Just lost in my own world, I couldn't really even tell the difference. I guess I'm a kid at heart, it's something I always fought. They think I need a renovation, let me work on my foundation. Before I lose my patience. Maybe you don't know what you're saying. Sick of these games we're playing. I feel like it's not fair. Tell me why now. Let me see. You could be so close to myself looking in a rearview mirror. I keep writing letters, but I just can't get past here. How can I try forward but always looking backwards? What can I say if I keep stumbling on my words? Forward then reverse, the process keeps repeating itself. Forward then reverse, now I'm getting tired. How can I get to your house if I can't even leave my own driveway? I know progress takes time, but what do I do when the clock starts ticking? Forward then reverse, the process keeps repeating What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake it to the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away. Burn away, we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake it to the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To break haters face the world's mistakes. Wake it to the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy.
You're listening to the Outlaw Radio Network. OutlawRadioNetwork.com.
This country can't be knocked out with one punch. We get right back up again, and when we do, the world's going to hear the roar of our engines.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
You do your work, and we will do our bit.
Republic. I like the sound of it. It means people can live free, talk free, go or come, buy or sell, be drunk or sober, however they choose.
Are you ready to be who you are?
No poetry, just a straight answer.
The government has deliberately sought to deceive the United States by false statements and expressions of hope for continued peace.
We are men of the hood, marry now at your expense.
But there's no both sides anymore. They're just trying to wreck our goddamn country. It's time for you younger guys to take over it.
You were meant to be here tonight. This is your time. Their time is done. It's over. Screw them. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
If you guys don't start thinking as men, we're going to have a lousy country.
For the crimes of incitement to cause unrest, I declare to be an outlaw.
All right, everybody, it is the Outlaw Radio Network for the 31st of May, 2026. Thanks for checking out the show. He is Black Tom. What up, buddy?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Who, me?
Couldn't be.
Ah.
Then who?
Yeah.
Lori stole a cookie from the cookie. Anyway, welcome, guys. We appreciate you. Lori is here. CEO is off mic. Off camera, but has a mic. Hello, Lori. Oh, hold on. Try that again.
Hello. Oh, hey, there she is.
Kevin's running boards and video and hosting a show and doing all the things because I'm a trained professional. Kids, please don't try this at home. But thanks for checking out the show. We appreciate it. Isaac is down here as well. Paul is on video. We'll bring him in here in just a second as his boss baby. We'll bring her on in just a second as well. DJ D has a night off. Beeler is at home nursing a black guy. And so she will not be joining us tonight. And what? She's nursing a black guy. What do you want me to say? exactly what it is.
Enunciation is everything.
Enunciation is everything. She's at home with a black guy. Okay, let's bring our crew, all of them, on board. Here is St. Paul, the voice of my knee, and here
Reason,
is
Kevin.
Oh
man.
Hold on. Oh, crap.
There's Andy. Kevin's got it.
What are you trying to
try that
accomplish?
again? All right, Paul, say hello.
Hello.
Paul, say hello.
Can you? Oh no,
Yeah.
Kevin, not again.
I got you.
Hit the
I
right
can hear
button.
you.
Okay, good.
No, you're good.
Good,
No,
good,
we
good.
can hear you, bud.
Boss
We can hear
baby,
you.
say hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Luminol ruined an alibi since 1937. Good to see you guys. Nice to see all of you. I know
Boss baby,
Baby's not gonna be-
she got rest
I
and
what?
bitchy face like my other half does.
I do. Mhm. I'm not resting and I'm a bitch, so there you go.
Why would you say that
No,
about
I
your
know.
about your other half on the show, Paul? Why would you do that?
Because if you
It's a
have one,
running
you
joke
have to know
between
you
us.
have
That's why.
I am.
Yeah. She.
Andy,
Somebody
I love
turn
that
your
shirt.
speaker down because you're bleeding over. So if you have the show on in the background, Paul or Boss Baby, please turn it down.
We're trained professionals.
One of you has the show up. You need to turn it down. It's bleeding over.
Yeah. I don't. I'm on my phone right now, man. That's all. We're all good.
All right.
You sure it's not your
Anyway.
imagination? Maybe you hit a wrong button. It's all good.
No, Tom, you heard, don't you?
Yeah, there's something back there.
There's something back there. Is there a
My-
TV on in the background at your house, Paul?
Who knows?
Oh, you know what? It might be the TV. Yeah, it might be the TV. Hold on.
Yeah.
You guys keep talking. I'll find the controller. There we go.
All right, there we go. Paul's got to
Okay.
be smarter than the remote control. All right, well, what's up with your bionic
Perfect.
arm?
No,
there,
you know
Boss
what?
Baby?
Honestly-
what is up with that?
It's the same
Wait, I'm
thing.
waiting for
as
the noise.
last time.
It's whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, she's got the bionic.
It's the same
arm
thing as
going
what?
on.
Last time, it's a cubital tunnel. I thought it was carpal tunnel, but it's cubital tunnel. It's carpal tunnel of the
So
elbow.
you get. Okay, so you get that a little extra tickler from the Q in there. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, we all need to just observe a moment of silence as Beeler is at home nursing a black guy, and so hopefully she feels better.
That
soon.
joke fell flat, brother. I appreciate it. I laughed at it inside, but
Tom
it
loves
just
it.
your delivery
Look
just
at
wasn't
Tom.
quite
Tom
there.
just can't go
Tom
laughing.
looked. Yeah, Tom looked like he was going to pee himself over it.
Every time I say that Beeler's at home nursing a black guy, she doesn't. Tom loves it.
You're so dead, Kevin.
You
When
should-
she comes back.
Enunciation is
Right?
everything.
I mean, at least explain to people the poor professor has basically a sty in her eye.
Yeah, if you guys thought I said black guy, I know it's a black eye. But she's at home nursing a black guy. So anyway, so there you go.
It's not a black eye. It's an inflamed eyelash.
But inflamed eyelash does not sound like I'm saying that she's at home with a black guy.
Oh.
So it works. It works perfect for me. That's all that matters. It makes sense in my world.
I suggested to her in our
It does.
group chat that she just pluck all of her eyelashes out, and
That wouldn't be an
eventually
issue.
she'll find the right one that's backed up and plugged up, and it'll.
She could
drain
go all
and she'll be
powder on
fine.
us and just shave all of her hair. Hello, Buckeye Jerome. There's Buckeye.
Hello.
Boss puppy.
Hello, Buckeye. Buckeye, I wore your shirt.
Buckeye loves me, by the way.
Yeah.
Drink whiskey, pet dogs, Tom's shirt says. Mine says Seattle Mariners because they swept the Arizona Diamondbacks this weekend. It was a good series. Hey, before we
Dude,
get
how
too
did
far
they
into
go?
the show-
Hold on, Kevin. How did last time we talked about Mariners? You talked about how bad they were sucking and how they were collapsing and they were going to
Yeah,
be
they're
done
still
before
gonna
the
collapse.
All-Star break. I'm just.
They're still. I didn't say
Okay.
that.
I'm
but I
just
did say that
checking.
they're-
Mark,
I did say they're
mark
gonna
this for
collapse.
Kevin.
No, I did say they're going to
Okay.
collapse. I'm glad that they
Okay.
swept the Diamondbacks, but the Diamondbacks are an awful team. Like, look, sweeping the Diamondbacks in a 3-game series is kind of like taking the extremely overweight, really ugly girl to prom. I mean, it's a low bar. Okay, so it's a low bar.
Damn.
No, I'm just being serious. It's a low bar. It's not like you're taking the captain of the cheerleading squad. If they can sweep the Dodgers, then that'd be an accomplishment. They're playing the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks are a horrible team. Just horrible. And John said, "Is his black guy in the closed caption?" Exactly. That's why I said it the way I said it. John, thanks for following along. Obviously,
Enunciation
Beeler's not in the
is
chat.
everything.
Beeler's obviously not listening because she'd have chimed in the chat, but Beeler's at home taking care of a black guy. I gotta address this really quick.
Oh my God.
I apologize. I would just want to throw out shout out to our folks at the Derby. I had planned to be there last night and I wasn't able to make it. And I heard that there were people asking about why we weren't there, why wasn't I there, or whatever. I had a big homework assignment due today, and I realized on Thursday that I had a wrong track on the assignment, so I had to do it all over from scratch. And so the only way I was able to get it done was to stay at home and work on it last night, and then do some last minute changes on it today. So I would love nothing more than to have all kinds of free time to do all the fun things I want to do, like go to the Derby every time the Derby's in town. Like there's nowhere else I'd rather be, but I couldn't do it. So the folks at the Derby, anybody that was looking for me, I apologize. I will make it to some other ones later in the year.
Let's be realistic. I have a paintball field that I'm running on the weekends. Tom has a distillery, and if Tom's not there at the distillery, this distillery isn't open. So, we all have outside expectations.
Well, I needed to own it because I had said on the show last week that I was going to be there. And for the sake of the show, right? Mm-hmm. If I say I'm going to do something, I need to do it. I need to be where I say I'm going to be. I just couldn't be there. Until the end of August, I'm committing to things that I know I'm not going to be able to, that there's a risk I won't be able to fulfill. And it's not out of lack of wanting to. It's just, I haven't finished the degree yet. Is
you canceling our date already, Kevin?
No, I'm not canceling our date, but I didn't get the tickets yet.
Oh, come on.
I didn't get the tickets yet. I need to get the tickets for that. Remind me tomorrow to do that because I'm off tomorrow, boss baby. Will you remind me? Okay. But I want to do all these things. Like I want to go to every funny night out. I want to go to every Derby.
I was supposed to go to the Derby this past. My work schedule blew up in my face.
Yeah. And I just, I want to be cognizant. That's a big word, Paul. Can you spell it? Didn't think so. I want to be cognizant.
Cognizant.
No, thank you. I want to be cognizant of the things that I say I'm going to do, but I have to be upfront and honest with everybody and say until the end of August, it's all up in the air. Once the degree is done, then my life becomes way more manageable. But some homework assignments, man, I'm doing historical theology right now. Like, that's a heavy load. That's all I've got to say. All right. Boss baby,
especially if you're studying where the 12 tribes went.
Well, are you offering to get into a Templar conversation? Because you don't talk about your Templar stuff nearly enough.
No. That's just a whole different, just a fascinating subject to me. That's all.
Yeah. I think it's all really interesting. Boss baby, I know you won't be with us long. How's life? How's admin a la carte?
It is crazy. I am working on bringing somebody on. Yeah. I work a lot.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Work a lot.
Yeah, darling, you got that I'm exhausted look going on. You do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but not in a bad way, right? Not in a bad way. Just physically like, okay, it's Sunday. Tomorrow, I get to start all over.
Yeah, I start all over. Yeah,
I'd like to know how Paul. I'd like to know
how with 3 huskies and a Malamute.
I'd like to know how Paul ever gets a girlfriend. Because Paul's talking to a woman and says, "Man, you look tired and haggard." Like that. How does that go over? Like I don't know how.
Well, look, this last time, man. No,
Amber,
she chloroformed me, drugged me home from the bar one night.
Amber, I know you're listening to the show because you've chatted in chat. Does he say things like that to you? Like, man, you look like you're just tired and haggard. Like, that's never a thing you should say to a woman. You should always tell her how beautiful she is, even if she does look tired and haggard.
No, listen, you know what? If you say that to a woman, you know what she knows, Kevin? She knows she can have faith in your honesty. But if she knows you're full in her head full of bullshit just to try to make her feel better, and trust me, women pick up on that, right? Mm-hmm. They really do, Kevin. They really do. But if a woman wants to be able to trust a man.
Yeah, Amber said sometimes I get that. Amber,
I don't need to
sometimes. Yeah.
Amber, comment this in chat. Would you rather he tell you, "Man, you look tired and haggard," or, "You're still beautiful"?
Kevin, you were the one who brought up haggard. He just said tired.
That's what he meant, though. I know what Paul means.
Sure.
I think you look beautiful, boss baby.
Well, thanks.
I think you are a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day.
I think you.
When it's cold outside, Andy, you are the month of May.
Shit, no, I don't want to do that. No. Though it is payday if I ever get around to billing people. Since it's the
That
last
always
month.
helps, Sandy.
Yeah, right?
You know, that's the part I always stink at. The
Yeah.
paperwork side. I'm so
Oh, the
crappy at
paperwork I'm
paperwork
great
side.
at. It's just billing people. That's the hard thing.
Well, hold on.
Oh, see, that is my paperwork. I'm so crappy at that part.
Yeah. Hold on, what?
Well, all three of you are business owners, small business owners.
Yep.
Sure are.
And Lori, you're not though.
Yeah,
But Lori has
Are
been.
you?
Yeah.
Are you well, I mean, Outlaw, but we
No,
don't.
I have another business.
Oh, you do? Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to pose this to the four of you as we before we get into politics and other stuff. How much? Heather says, "Wow, Kev, bring in that sunshine." Yeah, I'll bet you say, "What can make me feel this way?" It's
Kevin's a ray of it.
Andy. How much stuff do you have to do as a small business owner? That is, I'm not talking about taxes, right? We've had that conversation
I
ad
don't do my own
nauseum.
taxes. I have someone else do.
But how much extra work is there put on you because of unnecessary governmental regulations? And I say that up front knowing that Tom owns a distillery. Which
all I do for people is the shit like this that they don't want to do. I do that for everybody, not just myself.
And
That's
so,
what I
but-
do for people.
But is that how much of that is unnecessary governmental regulations that you deal with? Shut up, Tom. I know you've got a lot because you run a bar, a distillery.
See, and I work with all kinds of industries, so I deal with it a lot.
Yeah, honestly, for me, the only thing that it impacts is do I need to get a permit for this, and if so, how long is it going to take? I mean, they don't. It's code is important because it's how you safely do the things you do. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, Lori.
I handle other people's taxes, so.
Oh, yeah, okay.
As far as like government.
So a lot.
regulation for
Lori's like a
me,
lot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
a lot. But as a lot, I would say that probably if you're doing 40 hours for your business, you know, chargeable hours, you're probably spending at least 5 to 10 non-chargeable hours running the backside of your business.
Yeah.
Unless you're Tom and it's higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, how much do you have to do with unnecessary governmental regulations, Tom?
All of it.
Yeah.
Tom's like, I have no estimates.
Honestly, I don't. I mean, F-bomb handles a lot of that stuff, right? You know, on the behind the scenes, keeping the man out of our business, et cetera. I mean, she does. Hell, that's probably half of her job.
Your business wouldn't survive without her, would it?
No.
Okay.
No, most definitely not.
See, Paul, this is how you hear a man talk about his woman in a productive way, about how important she is, not how about she looks tired and haggard, you jerk.
Sure.
But after
Yeah.
a grueling week, we both look tired and haggard. So, you know.
Thanks, Tom.
I'm just being honest, right? Because
He's telling the truth, man.
This business wouldn't exist without, you know, either of us. I mean, she's the one who keeps the cogs turning with the business, the spreadsheets, the government, etc. And I'm the one in the back doing production. So I mean,
This is why I would never have my own business.
Why?
And it's not that I don't have ideas that I think might work. It's not that I wouldn't love to be my own boss. There's two reasons why I would never have my own business.
You couldn't
One,
keep yourself motivated and together to do it all the time.
I mean, that's really, I think I could do that though, because like with the job that I have now, I'm self-motivated in that. And I know I've got to answer to somebody, but I can, but anyway, I'm pretty self-motivated, but there's two
It's
reasons
like
why I
having
would
a
never own my
solid
own
woman
business.
in your life. That's really what it's like.
Yeah. Right. There's two reasons I wouldn't have my own business. One is I'd be in Vegas every other weekend because I could take vacation whenever I wanted to. That wouldn't work.
And actually, you'd be in Vegas a lot less.
No, I'd be in Vegas a lot more. I would find ways to go to Vegas.
Yes, selling your business.
And two,
Tom's right. Tom is so right about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time I work.
Kevin's like, I don't get it.
Most of the time I work 7
turn the TV off, Paul. I swear to God.
The TV's down.
Turn it off.
We can still
The
hear
mic
Paul.
picks it all up. It's loud.
Okay.
Sorry, Amber.
It's not me.
No TV for you.
It's off. It's off. Can you still hear
Thank
something?
No.
No, it's perfect.
Okay.
Yes, I hear
Yeah.
it.
Now we
Still
can.
hear it.
Still hear it. Anyway, the other reason I wouldn't do it is I can't. I'm not small detail oriented enough to deal with all the little stuff, the tax filings, the governmental regulations, all that other little stuff. Like if I was just going to run I know that's what Boss Baby does. I'm just saying, if I was going to run a business, I could do the business end of it. Like if I was going to do construction, which I'll never do because I'm an idiot and I would hurt myself with a hammer. But I'm using construction as the example. I could do the nuts and bolts of nailing things and building things and doing constructory things.
Right.
But I could not do all the background stuff, the
That's a
permits and the
lot of
paperwork and the
business
tax.
owners.
I know, that's why I won't do it.
Yeah, the thing you can, it just, part of it's a learning curve, right? Like I do not understand. Heather and I were having this conversation just like 2 or 3 days ago, and I'm in the middle of just wrapping up, with my other business. Aside from the distillery, I also do construction, and I'm getting ready to start a pretty good sized project that is rather detailed. There's a lot of moving parts to it, so I'm doing a lot of calculating and planning and drawing and paperwork stuff that puts me in front of a computer, and I'm not wired for that. I'll sit there for an hour or so, and me in front of a keyboard for an hour, I want to chew my own tongue out, man. I need to get up. I need to do something. So I don't understand how someone who works in finance or insurance or like what you do, you're in front of a keyboard, what, 8 hours a day?
10. Yeah,
10?
I work
Okay.
10s. Yeah.
Yeah. I know you take a lunch break and you've got,
No, I do not.
Oh, well, whatever it is.
I mean, of course I do. I'm
Yeah.
federally required to by
I was
federal
gonna
labor
say.
laws. Of course I take a 30-minute lunch break
course you
and
do.
2 15s every day and a 10 because I work a 10-hour day. Of course I do.
Of course you do.
I would never work through a break or a lunch
Yeah.
Right.
ever.
Yeah. I mean, see, you're halfway to self-employment right there. But I don't understand how someone who does what you guys do, you and Lori, I couldn't do. Hell, I can't do a half day, a 4-hour shift in front of a keyboard. I'd go nuts.
I go nuts if I didn't have my sit-stand desk. Let me tell you.
I'd go nuts if I didn't have earphones. If I could not listen to podcasts and stuff while I'm working,
I can't.
I've got to have something in my ear. If it's quiet, I will literally go insane.
I can't because I have to pay attention to who comes on the floor and
Yeah.
answer questions, direct them away from the team.
Yeah, see, I
Yeah.
can't listen to a pod. I can listen to music, but I couldn't do something that I have to mentally digest when I'm in.
Well,
the
that's why
middle
true
of-
crime podcasts are great because it's always the husband that did it. Always the husband. And by the way, Boss Baby, just really quick, because I know you've got some stuff you're going to do. And I don't want to keep you too long.
Oh.
Is it just me or is it 98% of all podcast victims are white, attractive females?
That is a thing. That it's not even just podcasts. That's who gets reported on the news in general because people care about them more than anybody else, even though that's not true. So there's podcasts that specifically go for indigenous. There's a couple indigenous only podcast focusing on indigenous women and stuff. But yeah, take Gabby Petito. So she's a big name. Lots of people know who that is. The girl who went off with her boyfriend or whatever he was. Brian Laundrie, and went away and he killed her in their van down by the river in a forest somewhere.
But it was a big story even before she got murdered. Like it was a big story.
She was an Instagrammer.
Yeah,
yeah, they were.
Yeah, she was an influencer.
Yeah,
and she was a cute, attractive blonde girl. I mean,
Well, there was a black or maybe Latina, I can't remember, person at the same time in the same area that had a very similar thing and got no.
Yeah.
And this is terrible. I'm forgetting her name because, of course, Gabby Petito is what. It also was CrimeCon weekend, so I'm over
stimulated
with. Yeah, I didn't get to go.
What do they do at a CrimeCon? Like, what is it? Authors of true crime books, podcasters, and stuff like that.
Fan Fest, right?
Okay.
So think of what Comic-Con would be. Now, I've not been to a Comic-Con, but I'm assuming they have big things where people like big names talk on stage and they do stuff like that.
Well,
and then they
but
have
from your true crime, I mean, are they going to have characters there like Freddy Krueger, stuff like that? It's like how do you take like a famous killer?
Yeah, they have Josh Mankiewicz from Dateline. They have Keith Morrison type thing. Keith Morrison was not there, but Josh Mankiewicz was. They have Chris what's To Catch a Predator? Chris Hansen is there. Chris
Douglas.
Hansen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know Chris
John
Hansen
Douglas
pretty well, don't you? Didn't he show up at
huge-
your house one day? Sorry, go ahead.
I
Go
met
ahead,
Chris Hansen before.
No, I ended up on set with him somehow. I don't know how that happened. But.
Yeah.
Don't take the pizza. Last 2 years ago when I was there in Tennessee, there was Jean-Benet Ramsey's dad. John Ramsey was there. Lots of cops, former detectives.
Do you follow that guy of Pinell County, Boss Baby?
Hell yeah.
Frank?
Yes, I do. Pinell County, Fridays with Frank.
Yeah, Fridays with Frank. Yeah, Officer Sleep.
He is hilarious.
He is pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
couple comments in chats really quick.
Yep.
Jane said, "I'd rather my husband tell me I look tired so I can say thank you. I am. It means he noticed I worked hard."
I agree.
Okay. Kevin Nelson said, "TMZ's Harvey Levin says never run your own business. His dad ran a liquor store during the '60s." Tegan said, "Owning your own business is 24/7. You don't get to go to Vegas unless you have someone else making that money for you." Heather said, "Preach it. You are not wrong." She was obviously talking to me. Jane said that CrimeCon is in Vegas this year.
It was today. Yep. It
Was
ended
Oh,
today.
okay. And then Tegan said Matt Brown from the Alaskan Bush people was big on social media, influencer, lots of live feeds. He was just found to the Okanagan River deceased.
Oh no.
Yeah. He committed suicide.
Wow.
Okay.
I follow most of his family on social media. It was all over for the last 2 days. So sad situation.
Paul, did you look up what I told you about when I was in California? No.
No. Send it to me because I got to message you about some other non-show related things. So message it to me.
I will.
You're still doing your realtor business.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. But it's good to get that
Boss
out there.
Baby does everything. She does everything.
Yeah.
She's really got her hands.
She's an entrepreneur.
Yeah. She got her hands in a lot of cookie jars. All right. Are you going to stay on with us, Boss Baby? What do you want to do?
I can for a bit. Have we seen our friend from Michigan?
We have not seen J. Andrew Kennedy yet tonight. Maybe he'll show up
tonight yet. Nope.
He was on last week.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he shows up pretty regular.
Yeah, pretty regularly.
Is he a suspect? Something.
No, there is a suspect in the house. There's no more Mr. Boss Baby.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is he
There
going to turn up on an episode of Dateline?
He is not answering, so I don't know if he's alive, to be honest with you.
He gave you the brush off?
He ghosted you?
Right now he is, yeah.
We should call him live on the show.
Yeah, go look
No,
with
Kevin,
that.
you shouldn't.
You know, Boss Baby, he may have a perfectly legitimate excuse.
I promise you he doesn't.
Okay. Well,
like maybe he's in a Canadian. He's in a Canadian jail. You never know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying. Right now, I'm living like it's 1990. My cell phone.
I know
took
your
some-
phone is broken. I can see when
Yeah.
he's read my text messages. So you know.
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking, maybe his phone took some traumatic brain injury, but maybe not.
Or maybe he's a douche canoe. Who knows?
Never know.
All right. Well, I'll leave you on
I
camera.
gotta tell my J. Andrew Kennedy that he can move out of that bad state, and then
Yeah, Michigan. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll leave you on camera as long as you want to be on camera with us tonight. This is good to see you. Paul.
Yep, I'm here.
Do you have any topics you want to lead with, or should I jump into some? What do you think?
Well, I'm pulling my list up right now, but if you want to start with one, you go right ahead.
Well, so really quick, I do want to talk about the situation in Iran just for update's sake, right? Earlier this week, it got released out that they were on the verge of signing a truce or whatever you want to call it.
Just a second.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that the second, third, fourth,
27th?
fifth time they've been on the verge of signing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Iran had said that they would open the strait
for the fourth or fifth or sixth time. Okay.
It came out today that there was a massive, was it 20 trillion or something like that, that was going to be paid to the Iranian regime as part of the deal to rebuild for nation building, essentially.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Trillion?
Yeah, trillion. Which to me, let me double check. Hold on.
Why are we paying?
Who's giving them this much money?
The
We
U.S.
are.
taxpayer. Yeah.
Pardon me. What's our? I'm sorry. What was our national?
Oh, I'm sorry. 300 billion. Excuse me, not trillion, but 300 billion. Still,
Like that makes it better.
oh well, it's not as much as 3 trillion. I mean, it's only 10% of 3 trillion. Or one. Well, I don't know how you figure the percentage out. Anyway, let's pretend this is true for a sec, guys. This is the same guy who blasted Obama and Biden for being willing to pay the Iranians that money as part of the nuclear deal. And now this administration is rumored to be willing to provide $300 billion back to the Iranian government to somehow appease them for the fact that we bombed the crap out of them. Meanwhile, other data came out earlier today, actually, that said that Iran's not set back nearly as far as we thought they were initially, based on satellite imagery and some other stuff. If there's actually money being sent, and Paul, I'll target this to you first. Is that a big deal to you? Do you have an issue with that?
Initially, I would, but not knowing the details, it's hard to be 100% confident in that. But yeah, I would have a very legitimate issue with that, because how do you justify something like that to the U.S. taxpayer, right? You thinking that you're just going to, well, if I'm pissed off at somebody, I'm going to go start a short war, and then we'll just cut them a check when it's all said and done, you know. Just as much as I was against Obama shipping them off, however many millions of dollars it was, very much against that. I see a lot of similarities to the way that the ancient Romans used to do it, where they would make people pay them, an annual duty, stuff like that. And I'm not, but I feel that way about foreign aid too. I'm not in favor of foreign aid, period. So.
Let me read you what the New York Times says about this dollar amount. It said, and again, this is the Times, so take out of it what you want to. This is a left-leaning publication that's not a big fan of Trump. The Times said, quote, perhaps the most surprising and apparently recent addition to the agreement is a reference to an investment fund for Iran. The Iranian official and one diplomat, so one U.S. diplomat, put it at $300 billion, but other officials involved in the mediation would not confirm that amount. The Iranian official described it as a reconstruction program that would be promised to Iran in the event a final agreement was signed. Earlier in the negotiations, Tehran had demanded reparations from bombardment damage that some Iranian officials estimated at $300 billion to $1 trillion. Two diplomats briefed on the latest draft called it an international investment fund, which the United States would help facilitate in the event of a final deal. Plans for such a fund would be further discussed during the negotiations period. So they're calling it an investment fund, but again, Iran is a totalitarian government that controls everything. So it's not like that investment money is going to private contractors and private companies. It would be going to the Iranian government because they're the ones who had all their development.
You call it whatever you want, right? I mean, it.
Go ahead, Paul.
I was just going to say that again, without knowing all the fine details that are wrapped up in that, it's hard to really carry too much of an opinion about it. I know Trump always tries to solve things from a business angle. This isn't the best thing to do that with. This was war. So even though it was really one-sided, nonetheless, it was, I just don't think it sends the right message. People then be like, oh, well, let's let the Americans pick a fight with us. Let's just piss them off. Let them throw the first punch and they'll pay us plenty,
Yeah. I think it's a dangerous precedent. And I think it's a hypocritical one if it's true, right? Because again, Republicans went pit bull on a dog bone after Obama. And rightfully so, right? For the billions that were going to be paid to Iran as part of the nuclear deal, right? And I think they had really valid points about that. Why are we giving them billions of dollars? If the whole thing is if, right? None of this has been confirmed, with the exception of some people on the inside giving unnamed reports, which I'm always leery of. But if this is true, and Iran, so here's what else we know. I guess we have to put this all in context too. So help me out. So one, it would stop fighting, but just during a negotiation period, so they can negotiate the specifics of a long-term agreement. The Strait of Hormuz is still an issue. There's arguments about whether or not Iran wants to charge fees for vessels to travel through the strait. They also haven't solidified anything about nuclear talks. In fact, nuclear talks are being pushed backwards to be discussed as part of the negotiation term. So everything that Trump said about we need to stop and make sure they don't ever have nuclear weapons, well, that's not even a part of this initial ceasing of hostilities. And Iran would still potentially get access to all the money and all the assets that were frozen by Trump before. So in addition to getting $300 billion, they'd get access to all the other stuff that was frozen. Like we talked about, was it 2 weeks ago that I said this? It really feels like Iran didn't lose anything, with the exception to some damage to their infrastructure. And now it sounds like the U.S. is willing to rebuild it. Trump looks,
like I said, Kevin,
true, I know.
So, yeah, the last time we talked about this, there was the talk of reparations and all, et cetera. This is the first I've heard about this, investment, 300 billion investment nonsense. But I mean, so the American people are out the money it cost us to carry out the mission that Trump wanted to carry out. And he didn't successfully carry it out. And now not only are we out the money it cost us to blow up parts of the infrastructure, but now we're out another 300 billion.
Theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah. While Iran goes back to pretty much doing exactly what they were doing before we dropped the first bomb.
Yes.
Other than the fact that now we've got gas prices, they're twice as high as they were before we dropped the first bomb.
Well, gas prices are on the way down right now, by the way. Over the last 7 days, gas prices have dropped significantly. Not significantly enough, but gas prices have declined over the last 7 days, which coincides with the announcement the U.S. and Iran might actually be on the verge of making a deal. And if that deal falls apart, your gas prices are going to skyrocket back up again. But yes, you're correct, Tom. Paul, what were you going to say?
Just in looking it up, there's some reporting where all they did with the they just renamed the Iran's demand for reparations. They renamed it investment fund.
Yeah.
In order to, quote, avoid a political firestorm. Now, I don't know. I have not vetted this yet. It was just a quick search.
So
take it for what it's worth.
That's like
and that,
theft and calling it tax.
No, look, you're Tom, you're 100% right. I was just going to add in that this information just came from a rough draft memorandum of understanding. So it wasn't the whole agreement. It's a rough draft. So who knows if that's, it's hard to say until we,
Yeah. And the White House did announce today that Donald Trump responded to Iran's proposal with some changes and sent it back to them as they're going back and forth on the language of this agreement. It just, the fact that they're citing U.S. diplomats, and again, these are news sources that don't like Trump for the most part, right? That are liberal leaning and are not the president. So I don't expect them to put a positive spin on anything that President Dopey does. But if it's true, and there's talk about this kind of a massive payout going to the Iranians, and Iran didn't really lose anything in the process, then this is a significant loss for the Trump administration on the international stage, where Trump has been pretty good on the international stage up until now. When he's gotten involved, when he took out that air base in Syria, when he got involved in Venezuela, he's been relatively successful, and he's minimized U.S. exposure. This would be the first time he really on his own penis.
It does seem that way on the surface, but the devil's in the details, right? And so what I'm reading here is that because we were like, we're not paying you, basically the administration was like, no, we're not paying you reparations. So Trump came back because that fund was not suggested by the Iranians. The Trump admin, they're Steve Witkoff and them on the team that's negotiating this stuff. It was their idea to do this as to make them beholden for a lot of money to the United States via business. So and literally what it's called is an investment mechanism. And they used it as an incentive for the deal. Like, we will take billions of dollars. Basically, they'll be the Bank of America, right? Will be in downtown Tehran, and they'll control the money, and it'll get loaned out, is what it sounds like, to different Iranians based on whatever lending parameters they set in place. So it was it's if that goes through, that's just how he does everything, basically, like it's a business deal, right?
Okay, so is this going to be set up as no? I'm asking for some clarity on what you're talking about. So is this going to be set up then as a pool of money that is meant to be loaned to Iranian industry or whatever, and they can go ahead and rebuild new apartment buildings or bunkers or roads or whatever, and then they'll pay that back?
Yeah. Yes,
so
that's correct.
It's getting paid back.
From what I'm reading here, it was an idea that was presented, like I said, in an attempt to build a business relationship and have some, hey, we just come in and kicked your ass, and now we're going to give you all this free money. It's like, no, but we will take American dollars and invest this in your little businesses here and there and all over Iran. At least that's the way that it's reading to me right now.
Well, if those businesses are taking loans and they're paying it back, presumably with interest, now it's no longer an expense to the American taxpayer. We're making some money.
Especially in a country that's run like Iran is, right? Now, what are you doing? You're introducing Western capitalism to them as well.
Sure.
Well, but let me read this to you. This is off of the State Department website about Iran, and it talks about how the IRGC, the Iranian Republican Guard Corps, they control. And I'm going to quote this off the site. The IRGC exerts control over a vast swath of Iran's economy through an extensive network of front companies and the Banyad Tevan Basaj. Due to a lack of market transparency, it may be difficult or impossible for the international business community to ensure that transactions involving Iran are not assisting Iran's malign activities or benefiting corrupt IRGC and regime leaders. So the State Department, again, which is being run under Trump's purview as the president, even the State Department is saying, well, most of their most successful businesses are run through the IRGC, and there's no way for us to verify that if we're fronting money into Iran, that it's not going to be picked up by one of these shell companies, and that it's not going to benefit Iran's
100%
other stuff, whether that be backing the Houthi rebels or backing Hamas or Hezbollah or cracking down on protesters.
Valid questions, Kevin.
Sounds like how the American government
it's a valid question.
Yeah, and look, if you've got $1 billion to loan for small business aid or job creation or startups, it should probably be done here.
I was just going to say, let's take care of American business first.
Well, and let's not pour money into our sworn enemies, right?
No.
This isn't like us helping people in Canada learn how to brew better beer, which, quite frankly, they could all use lessons on.
They have a couple okay beers.
Well, a couple, maybe. Yeah.
Kokanee. You're not a beer guy. Kokanee? No, Kokanee's trash.
Kokanee. But this is pouring money into the economy of a sworn enemy, and not because we swore that they were our enemy, because they swore that we were their enemy. Like, I don't know why we have an obligation to prop them up.
We don't.
So they can raise another generation of people that hate us and want to blow themselves up in a suicide vest in New York City. No, thank you. They can flounder for all I care. They can't get any worse.
Don't say that.
They cannot get any worse.
Don't say that.
Right. Tom is so right. Yeah.
No, don't say that.
How do you, I don't, there's no way they can get any worse.
Oh, yes, there is.
How?
All they have to do is send, military aged men to, cross the southern border.
Aren't they already doing that, Paul?
Yeah. Yeah. But they can send more.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
No, they absolutely, it could be worse.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
we have homeless issues in this country. We have mental health issues in this country. We have drug addiction problems in this country. We have overtaxation in this country. We do not need to send $300 billion or more to Iran. So we can boost their economy.
We should,
so they can continue to hate us and want to blow us up.
We shouldn't send it as a grant. It shouldn't just be here's a gift. But if we're going to take $300 billion and make it available as business loans so that Iran can rebuild what we blew up, and we're going to charge interest on it, okay, maybe.
But how do you get your money back?
I don't know.
This has been my argument the whole time.
Yeah, I don't
about
know
China
mechanism.
and the trade deficit.
Yeah, I don't know the mechanism.
China owns a whole bunch of property in the United States. What if they place a call on it? Who the F cares? They
can't collect on it.
They can't collect on it.
Right.
They're not going to show up and say, by the way, we're repossessing our 5,000 acres of farmland in southern Nevada.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, good luck. You can't do it, and we're not going to let you. So
right.
it's a pirate, or as Paul would say, a pirate argument.
Arr.
If Iran or their people or their industries owe us a whole bunch of money and suddenly say, we can't pay you, there's no way for us to collect on that. We're not going to go to war with Iran over $300 billion of unpaid loans.
We can go blow it back up again.
But we're not going to do it.
No. I mean,
we would just write it off as a loss and call it good.
Well, I mean, what we should do is finish the job. I mean, we shouldn't have started it in the first place, but now that we have,
you're right.
Just finish
there needs
the
to be a
job.
happy ending.
Open the strait.
Well, the strait needs to be opened.
Yeah, and the best way to open the strait is to turn all their military installations into glass parking lots.
You're getting away from your libertarian ideals with that statement.
No, because my first statement is we should not have been there in the first place.
But since we're there,
you
believe we should just
do it right. I mean, don't do anything half-assed. That's the problem with the American way. No one really commits to anything.
Oh, Lila said in chat, pretty sure the USA is raised to hate others, all the Muslim hate and all, and we export that hate. The capitalist class started the war because Israel told Trump to. So let me break that into two spots. The second half, I'm not necessarily disagreeing with. I mean, I think Israel had a significant influence on whether or not that action happened. And I don't know if it's because Trump told Israel or Israel told Trump, but I'm 100% sure. Like, there's zero doubt in my mind that two sides were communicating about it before it happened.
Oh, I mean,
there was an agreement.
It was a coordinated military effort. I mean, Israel was just as involved as we were. Hell, they probably supplied most of the intelligence.
Probably.
Yeah,
they have the world's greatest intelligence in Israel.
Yeah, and they're just closer. I mean, it's easier for them to find out what needs to be found out.
Lila's idea that the U.S. is raised to hate others, I don't think that's any different than anywhere else in the world, though, Lila. I think every nation has its ingrown, inbred hate of some other ethnic or religious group.
Oh yeah,
you can't give me a nation that doesn't have it.
Nope.
I think that we're the most vocal about it here because we live here and we see it here. But I think if you went to England, they've got it. I think if you went to Russia, they've got it. I think if you went to China, they certainly have it. I think if you went to Australia and talked about how they treat their Aboriginal folks down there, I think it's a human condition, not an American condition. And then lastly, Lila,
ask the Chinese how they're treating the Uyghurs.
Yeah. I try to remember what they were called down there, Paul. Thank you. Lila said, finish the job. You don't even know what that means. Oh, I think he does. Now you're a warmonger since we're there. Well, welcome to being a neocon, Tom. I don't know. What is a neocon? Anyway.
Neoconservative. Which is a ridiculous accusation, but whatever.
Yeah. I agree with you, Tom, in the sense that if we were going to do it, We should have been committed to do it.
Right. Our military actions, we have not properly conducted military actions since Korea.
Look, you don't move out of your house and cheat on your spouse unless you plan on getting a divorce.
Right.
Right? Okay. So if you move out of the house and you cheat on your spouse, you need to file for divorce.
Right.
You can't move out of the house, cheat at what you shouldn't. Move out of the house, cheat on your spouse, and then decide, I didn't really think this through. Can I?
Kevin, that's a top 10 hit right there. Kevin,
yeah,
that is a top 10 hit on the R&B.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, and it's the same thing with Iran, right? If you were going to go in there, you should have had your plan.
Right.
And I don't feel like, maybe you disagree with me, Paul, Tom, Lori, Boss Baby. I don't feel like, I feel like this was a major fumble by the administration.
Absolutely.
I don't feel like they had a long-term plan.
Nope. I still think that Trump's ego got in the way because, Venezuela just went so well. And it just his other small military actions went so well by his playbook. Well,
they did go well though. I mean,
sure.
I mean, again, I'm not arguing like Lila's going to want to argue whether or not we should have gone and grabbed Maduro. I'm not even talking about whether we should have or not.
No,
the mission itself though was seamless.
Yeah, it went flawlessly. It was successful. They did what they meant to do. There was, minimal loss of American life. I mean, there was no loss.
There was no loss.
Yeah. And minimal impact to Venezuela. I mean, so the should or shouldn't isn't the conversation. It's just the overall military success of it. It was perfect. And I think that's what he expected in Iran. I don't think there was a, what if?
No.
Yeah, there was no contingency plan.
I don't think there was. Paul, do you think there was? Do you think this administration is guilty of poor planning as I'm accusing them?
So, first of all, I do not. You have every right if that's how you feel on questioning them. That's absolutely, something that you can do. Having said that, I would suggest to you guys that maybe 9 weeks into a military endeavor against another major world power, maybe not even close to being on our side, but they're not Venezuela, right? So that was a country that in the last 50 years has been at war for 20 of them. So it's important to note that we need to give the men and women in the service time. And we don't even honestly, I don't know that anybody is aware of what the mission statement was, what the goal was. There's probably only a few people that are even aware of that. And I don't think that, go ahead, Tom.
Oh, I was saying, I don't know if Trump knew what the mission statement was.
Well, let me ask this question, Paul and Tom.
I promise, I know it's, listen, I get that it's funny and it's pithy to say that, but I think we all know that the reality is that's not true. The military doesn't go into anything without a plan. And they would have had it all planned out. But again, here's my only point of contention about that is no battle plan survives the first shots fired, right? Because war is conflict is constantly evolving. And, look, Iran has proven themselves to be unable to really do much damage to us. Now they were able to fly many drones and hit U.S. military installations, but those don't shoot back and they don't move. So I don't really give them a lot of credit for that, especially in, first person drones where they got this guy sitting there flying. He's able to zoom it in and hit whatever target he wants on the battlefield. And yeah, we've lost what, a dozen, 15 people. And I think they're all to drone strikes. We had one plane get shot down so far over Iranian territory. Both pilots, the pilot and the navigator, were recovered. I'm sure in the type of operation we're going to see a movie about at some point, at least from what it sounded like.
Decade. Yeah, in a decade.
I think it's premature to even be suggesting any of these things about it, but I do not question your right to say it. You have every right to ask those questions. And I'm not even saying they're bad questions. I just think realistically, after 9 weeks, it's maybe not the right time to answer them, but it's never the wrong time to ask. So I get your questions.
I agree with you, Paul. I mean, I think you're right in the sense that, we're still in the middle of it. It's really hard to do a after action report when you're not after the action. Right.
Right.
But
Right.
Then
it sounds to me like the administration is trying to, and I can give you why I think they're doing it. It sounds like they're trying to find a way to de-escalate and separate from this conflict.
So
no, it'll well, I think de-escalate is something that we've been doing, and I think it's in Iran. It's all being played out for the people, right? It's all about keeping the mob at bay. We stood up to the big bad giant Satan. So,
and that's what they're going to sell at you,
right?
Yeah. Listen, I still think this is the Trump administration realizing we have midterms, realizing that Republicans are still projected by some experts, whomever those experts are, to lose seats in the House, even though they gained seats because of reject. Was it Kalshi?
Yeah.
Well, is Kalshi the expert, or is Kalshi responding to the experts? Is my question.
It's just it's an AI system. I couldn't tell you anything else. I think we can all use our imaginations.
I really believe this is Trump's way of shielding the Republicans a little bit, trying to give them some hope with the midterms around the corner. Because unless gas prices come down and unless the economy stabilizes a little bit, they're going to get trounced.
Sure.
Whether they should or not, it's a whole different conversation, but they're going to get trounced.
I wouldn't make that prediction yet, Tom. Not the way this. I mean, we've just had some special elections here over the last couple of weeks, and things have resoundingly gone the Republicans' way.
I know we look a lot alike, but I actually said that, not Tom. Just so we're clear.
I to be honest, I don't.
That's what I meant.
I don't know that it really matters who's in power. You know, I mean, the Republicans both agree that, you know, we need to operate under an agenda. They just can't agree on the agenda. Well, but it has nothing to do with the benefit of we the people.
Here's the problem. Here, I would much rather the Republicans take the Senate than the House. The Democrats take the Senate than the House. Because if Democrats take the House, what we're going to hear for the next 2 years,
impeach,
constant impeachment talk,
impeach,
and it's never going to move because the Senate won't do it.
Right.
But the House will try, and when it fails, they'll try again, and when it fails, they'll try again, and we'll get so mired in constant impeachment talk that we'll be at even more of a stalemate than we already are, and we're at a horrible stalemate as is now. I'm all for impeachment if it's valid and it's going to work and there's an effective reason for it, but it's not going to work. They won't have enough votes. Even if they took over both the House and the Senate, they wouldn't have enough votes to impeach. So we're going to spend time and waste money and waste energy when we could be doing other things like passing bills that address homelessness, drug addiction, opioid, insurance reform, all of that stuff. They're not going to do all of that, or they're not going to do as much of all of that as they could, because the Democrats are going to try to ram through impeachment legislation that is going to take up a lot of time and a lot of arguments and a lot of discussion on the House floor, but will be non sequitur. In the end, it won't work. It won't matter. I'd much rather Democrats take the Senate. If they have to take something, take the Senate.
Right, but isn't that how? I mean, isn't that how our government's been running for the last several presidential cycles?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Listen,
So
Paul and I talked about this long before you came on the show, Tom. True story. We warned when we saw this going on with Obama to be careful that this is how politics are going to play out.
Mm-hmm.
Impeachment was rare. It wasn't unheard of. It happened.
Was it Obama but was it Clinton?
No, it was Obama when we talked about it.
Okay.
Because there's been countless impeachment proceedings brought. I mean, I think Roosevelt had them. It's happened, throughout history in this country.
Yeah.
But now it feels to me anyway to be far more constant, far more common, and far more politically motivated.
It's definitely more politically motivated because we're more politically divided right now than we were during Roosevelt. But so do you think it's more common, or is it just we hear about it more because we have better means of communication?
If you take a look at the statistical, like a historical review.
Yeah.
Dave McMullen, our good friend, the Pierce County Republican Party chair, is in the chat. 14 more radiation treatments till he's cancer-free. Dave, we love you. Please continue kicking cancer's ass, and we need to have you on the show again. By the way, Alicia Beeler is not here tonight. She's at home with a black guy. What?
Enunciation counts.
Enunciation counts. At home with a black eye. Black guy. Black guy. Okay.
Are you doing top of the hour stuff?
Yeah, we're gonna do top of the hour stuff. Are you gonna duck out then?
I do. My delivery just got here.
What's your delivery? What'd you have delivered? What'd you get?
Dinner.
Whatever my sister brought.
Is it food? Okay, all right. Will you tell your sister that I said hello? I adore her. She's wonderful.
I will. I was trying to get
message
up here, but I don't know where she's at.
All right, we'll tell her that she is my favorite of all of
message me, boss baby.
I will do it. Have fun, guys.
All right, see ya. There goes Boss Baby off into the night to enjoy whatever fine culinary delights that her sister has obtained for her. Paul, are you drinking coffee over there? What are you drinking?
No, it's a decaf tea.
Oh, are there any of your
no
septic swill in there? Do you still drink your septic swill?
It's just I'm actually switching over. So the answer is no, because I'm switching over to only taking the pill form. So that way I'm not taking in so much sugars with the juices and stuff.
All right. We're going to take a break. Want to take a break?
I could use a break.
You got Paul, it programmed okay?
Yeah, I got it already, man. Look, I'm a trained professional, man. We'll take a break. We come back from the break. We'll get into some other topics. We'll also look for your comments in chat. It's the Outlaw Radio Network. We didn't tag our sponsors, so we'll do that when we come back around on the other side of the break as well. So Stick around. More of the show. We're back after this. This is the Outlaw Radio Network.com.
Forgot how good this tea is. Guess what? I'm leaving the station right at the show's end. And I don't have to drive home. Dude, I'm getting a kiss. I'm trying to get a kiss. Can you let me get a kiss? Let me get a kiss. Okay. Dang it.
It's never too late to step out from the circle. I don't see where it ends. It just keeps dragging. I won't stop running. It won't stop coming. You're the one who drags me down. Why do I care? You're nothing but an anchor. I'll carry the weight. You won't bring me an answer. Why do I care? You're nothing but an anchor. I'll carry the weight. You won't bring me an answer. So it's up to me, wherever I will be. I'll know it ends with you. You just keep dragging. Instead of running. You instead coming. You're the one who drags me down. Why do I care? You're nothing but an anchor. I'll carry the weight. You won't bring me an answer. Why do I care? You're nothing but an anchor. I'll carry the weight. You won't bring me an answer. Why would you do that? Why would you take that away from myself? I still got over that. I have to let you go. So that we can breathe away. Nothing but an anchor. I'll carry the weight. You won't bring me an answer. Why do I care? You're nothing but an anchor. I'll carry the weight. You won't bring me an answer. Why do I care? You're nothing but
All right, it's Outlaw Radio. I kind of like this music, this playlist I got going on. This is pretty good stuff. I'm a big fan of this emo, screamo stuff. This is good music right here. Hold on, your mic's on.
Oh, hey, there we
So
go. No,
I-
I had turned it off. Break.
Yeah, yours has a switch. Mine does not. Oh, actually,
Yeah, it
mine does.
does.
Hold on.
You have a
Wait,
mute.
keep talking.
Okay, I'll keep talking. Now you try talking.
No, that doesn't. It doesn't push.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Hello.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It looks
Tom.
like it's a button I should
Nope.
be able to push, but it's not there.
Huh.
That's weird. All right,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Who
That's
cares?
okay.
All right, Outlaw Radio. Paul is at the palatial Paul Estates. We see you, Paul. You're on.
Can you hear
you're on
me
the
okay?
screen.
Hey, Pablo.
Can you hear me?
I can now. Hey,
Huh?
count to 5.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Somebody said they thought that your microphone was still hot, but when I muted it, it went off. So I don't. Oh, you know what? It might still.
No,
be going
because
out.
it was hot early on.
So,
I muted it
Paul,
on my end.
Yeah, when we go to break, you're gonna have to mute yours. Yeah, I forgot about that. All right. Thanks for checking out the show. We appreciate it. Paul, what's on your list?
An interesting one. I'm not trying to suggest anything by it. Actually, there's 2 small ones, and they're just really headlines, right? So
Somebody
first
said
of
they
all,
heard,
they are looking at.
Hold on, Paul.
it-
Paul. Somebody said that they
Mhm.
heard you ask Amber for a kiss during break.
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's sweet.
awful
I did.
Cute. That's
sweet.
cute. All right, Paul, go ahead. I'm sorry. I just had to share that with you. Go ahead.
And the dog kept trying to get in between us. Anyway, so you guys, we've all heard about the Ebola outbreak in Africa, in the Congo and Uganda.
Mhm.
So it sounds like numbers just kind of exploded, which is a bit shocking to me, considered that Ebola only can be transmitted in just a couple of ways.
How is it transmitted for the listeners who don't know?
that
You've got to handle
through body fluids.
corpses. Yeah, body fluids, or you've got to handle dead bodies, without proper PPE, that kind of thing.
And at least from what I read in one of the articles, and again, just one, they had suggested that they were looking at outlawing the burial practices that are tribal there in order to help prevent spreading. So they're probably figuring that that's where most of the spread is coming from, because they're big group events.
How concerned are you, Paul, with Ebola on a international? I mean, it's not COVID to you. Is that kind of what I'm picking up?
Not like that. Yeah, not like that night in late December when I called in the show live while I was on vacation, just to bring up the fact that there was this nasty new virus in China and they were welding people inside their apartment complexes. So, no, nothing like that. This is just, it's just one of those things. Obviously, you have to pay attention to, because just again, this is the kind of thing like, hey, no touchy, right? It's like, you would just think it wouldn't spread so fast.
Yeah,
but
Ebola doesn't typically have. Yeah, Ebola doesn't typically have that high level of contagion though, because it's not.
Your R naught number, right? You remember that exactly. The R naught number?
Yep. Oh yeah.
You're 1,000% correct, Tom. Yeah, very, very low. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty low. It's probably like 0.4, 0.5, something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember. I read once, but
yeah, I think I read once. I seem to remember flipping pages in what you call a book.
I was talking about that number specifically.
Right. So the other small little story that I had, and I had posted yesterday, this Chinese mathematician, right? And this story actually kind of blew me away. And she basically showed her mathematical theorem and penned out how she did all this stuff. And anybody that wants can go look her up. We estimate, or what we are told by the CCCP, right, is that there's like 1.5 billion people or something like that in China, right? Somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
So she went back, looked in the historical records, from basically when China had its civil war, because then it had a massive famine. And at that time, China was estimated to have 500,000 people. Okay. I'm sorry, 500 million. My apologies. 500 million people. And that was back just after World War II. Okay. So let's just say 1950 or whatever it is. Right. Well, and up until just a few years ago, China still had, for almost 40 years, China had a one-child policy, right? And so to go from that 500 million, the way I'm trying to just gloss over this, not a mathematician, but basically what she pointed out is that China had right around 500 million people back in 1950, okay? And that shortly after that, I think it was in the late 60s, China implemented their one-child policy, right?
Right.
Well, the way the numbers bear out for 250 million women to basically multiply, because whatever China's claiming they have now as a population, her point was the mathematics show that there may be just now again around 500 million people in China, because they had the one-child policy, and we all know that in order to increase your population, you have to have 2.1 children per family, and they had that in place for 40 years in China, right? And she was like, mathematically, there's no way, because those women in the 1950s, in order to do what they've done to the population, these people, to give birth to these people and so on and so forth, each woman would have to have 5 children for them to, have over 1.5 billion like they do now. And so she's making the case that the CCCP is artificially inflating their numbers. Apparently, there's been some interesting information that's come out about things like databases from China, and they use a lot of fake names, fake IDs and stuff like that. And so this lady was attributing to that. She said it's in the CCCP's best interest to make sure that the rest of the world thinks that they have this huge standing army. And so it was super fascinating, because when you listen to her talk about the math, you're like, wow, could you imagine if China really only has 1/3 of the population that they're telling the world that they do? But the maths out. So it's just super fascinating, man. Super fascinating. And if anybody wants to see it, I'll happily send you the link to her little video. So it's pretty cool.
You should post that on the Outlaw Facebook page so people can check that out. That'd be fun.
Yeah, please share that. That's right up the geopolitical stuff that I makes my brain.
I know.
happy.
I know. That's why I actually had posted it 2 days ago in our chat for you to see. You've missed it, so I'll go grab it again and pull it back down for you, and then I'll post it on the Outlaw page.
Tom broke his phone.
Yeah, my phone took a traumatic brain injury a couple of days ago, so I'm living like it's 1990 now. The only thing my phone does is make phone calls.
He's using
living like it's a Prince song.
Yeah, I can't read texts. I can't read social media. So it's actually kind of refreshing. I mean, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass for business, but it's kind of refreshing.
Do you know if I lost my phone's ability to do that, I'd be lost. If I couldn't play Candy Crush, I'd be doomed, man.
You're still playing Candy.
I love Candy Crush, man.
What level are you on?
Or a game where you bang balls.
I used to play. I do the ball breaker game, Paul. Shut your mouth.
I'm not surprised.
Shut your mouth, Paul.
Actually, I do miss a couple of my stupid little cell phone games.
Yeah.
I like puzzle games.
Yeah, listen, I got to ride the ferry to work in the morning when I go to the office. I got to have something to do on the ferry. It's either that or take my Switch with me so I can play the Switch.
No, I do read a lot on my phone.
Do you?
I mean, yeah, I do a ton.
I try not to read on my phone.
YouTube TV, baby.
No, I can't do that either.
No, I know you can't.
I'm,
Paul, we do have breaking news, by the way. This being reported by Fox News. Thank you. I don't even know where the button is. But hold on, let's hold on. Wait, hold on. Let's look.
Just push one. Let's see what happens.
On a recent episode. No, that's not it. All right. I need to map this out. So this is breaking news posted 4 hours ago by Fox News. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has submitted a letter of resignation to the office of the Supreme Leader. Cited an internal source, Iran International reported on Sunday that the letter stated the president and his government had been excluded from major decision-making in Iran. The report also said the ensuring vacuum had allowed hardline factions within the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps to take over key affairs. In his letter, the president reportedly wrote that, Paul, quit sipping right in the microphone. I swear to God, I'm going to dry hump your leg. In the letter, the president reported that under such circumstances, he is unable to govern. I hate you, Paul. He is unable to govern effectively or fulfill his legal responsibilities, and for that reason, requested to step down immediately. The outlet said it was unclear whether or not the Supreme Leader would accept his resignation. So it sounds like there's some unhappiness in Iran.
I have a question.
And then I want to go back to Paul's China conversation, but I wanted to share that.
Okay. I don't really understand that much about how Iran works, other than it's it's a there's clergy that is the supreme leader.
Yes.
What's the point of the president?
He's a figurehead.
The
Mahmoud
administrative
Ahmadinejad for years. Yeah. Closest thing would be the vice president.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean,
he goes to the Supreme Leader, says, "This is what I want to do. Is it okay with you? Have you played to Allah to give me permission to do that? Yeah, you're good. Go ahead and do it."
Okay.
Yeah. I think.
Okay, bring out
Paul?
the 60-year-olds. I'm not an expert enough on it to honestly say, Kev. I just I think you're probably spot on.
I'm not surprised there's some friction, and I'm not surprised the RGRC
Right.
has taken over a good amount of stuff going on in the country, because technically they're in a war. I mean, they've had the crap bombed out of them. Of course, the IGRC is going to play pivot for most of the important decisions.
It's IRGC.
Whatever. Them guys. It would just make sense that they're the ones that are going to be most involved. That would make sense. But
yeah,
listen, in regards to China, Paul, let me ask you a question in regards to what you shared about China a minute ago.
Yeah.
Could that explain why China has not moved on Taiwan? I mean, is all this posturing just posturing? They won't do Taiwan or don't want to
for the
do
sake
Taiwan
of posturing.
because,
Yeah.
Yeah. They just don't want to
Yeah.
expose themselves to not have the military they've accused themselves of having.
You know, if there's one thing I've learned in the study of military history, never try to get inside of the mind of a man from China. Like they just think things different, like they think in a different way, not better or worse, just in a different way, it seems to me. And
Wow,
I-
that's the same a lot.
I hope all the posturing is just that. I think it's all posturing. Does that make sense? Like I don't think China really wants anything to happen.
Does that make you feel a little less concerned about intervention in Taiwan, or does it not have any bearing?
Well, there's two edges to that sword. Edge number one is that we're so used to kind of China does a lot of things, especially to our military, our boats that are in open waters, our aircraft that are flying over, open travel zones. You know what? Come back to me in a second. I want to word this right. Hold on a second.
Okay. All right. While you word that, let me just say this. A couple comments in chat. Margie says China leases or owns properties in America. I mentioned this earlier. I don't care. China can't recoup it. They can't repossess it. They can't take it over. They can't do anything with it. Yes, ma'am? Sorry, the boom is right in front of me. So,
yeah. I think that part of this conversation also needs to bring in something that happened last week, which is the mayor of Arcadia, or maybe I forget which city in California, was arrested for being an illegal agent.
Oh yeah,
of the CCP.
Yep.
So I know you guys are talking about population and are they going to take Taiwan, but they're getting their claws not only in property, but now and other investments, but now within our government.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, China's not going to be well behaved.
No, I know.
Yeah, but they're not going to act out militarily because they don't they don't
I don't
have.
think they need to militarily. I think a really good EMP would.
Well, but that would be a military action, right? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, an EMP. I mean, we have. I mean, in the United States military, I know we have electronics warfare and all kinds of other. I mean, it would be that kind of a thing.
But do you guys really feel like China's any different than the U.S.? Like, do you think we don't have our own little surveillance programs going on within China's borders, like the mayor of Arcadia? Like,
we do.
Exactly the same.
But do we have American citizens or American loyalists or whatever you want to call them who are mayors over or some equivalent?
Would you be surprised if you found out that there was?
Yes.
Yes,
I wouldn't be,
because China is so tight about who is let into any of the circles of
yeah,
government.
but I just think it's easy. You can turn people for the right amount of money. I mean, we saw Americans turn against their country when they were bribed by the Soviets in the 60s.
Right, but I don't think we would have an American citizen.
Yeah,
I'm willing to bet.
Maybe not an American citizen, but a Chinese citizen.
I'm sure we have Chinese assets.
Yeah,
and Russian assets, and Ukrainian assets, and North Korean assets, and Cuban.
But they wouldn't be in the government. They wouldn't be.
No, probably not.
No, not at all.
If they are, they're
no
low
way.
level.
Yeah, because there's no way that you can hide from the surveillance state that is China, especially.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Lilat is taking, I think, exception to our conversation that we'll see if Paul's ready. Lilat said maybe China doesn't feel being imperial forcefully is needed. Like China is fine doing its own thing. They're energy independent and growing. Their CO2 emissions are net negative.
They are not energy independent.
I don't know about any of that. I had heard that they weren't.
No,
and that they're one of their CO2 emissions I've heard are some of the worst in the world. But again, I think it depends on the source. So I'm not going to say Lilat's wrong. I'm just saying
China imports 80% of their energy. They're far from energy independent.
Lila says, why does the fear mongering about China need to happen? I didn't realize we were fear mongering about China. I thought we were having a conversation because Republicans have talked for years about how Taiwan is their net goal. Right. So I thought we were having a conversation.
Well, that wasn't what the conversation was about anyway. Right. We just veered off course for a minute.
Yeah.
So it was about whether or not the CCP was honest about their citizen levels, the numbers.
Then Lila goes on to say their infrastructure is doing great, and the USA should model how it is. You should put the whiskey away.
Hey.
Because you've had too much.
Unless it's Tom's whiskey.
Well, then you can have all Tom's whiskey you want. Parts of China's infrastructure are great.
Some.
Once you get away from the east coast of China, it's awful.
Yeah.
In their major population centers, they've done really well in their infrastructure, but they also charge an arm and a leg in taxes and all of that, right? But get out of the east and get into the rural communities, and those places out there that's some harsh living. And then she went back to accusing us of being a fearmonger to try to go to war against China. And I don't think we were talking about going to war with China. We were asking questions. We were just having a conversation. Some people don't like the conversation, but it's okay, Lila. We still love you anyway. Go ahead, Tom.
I'm just trying to. I want to respond to that idea about how people don't like conversation, and I that's one of those things that I have to sit down and really consider very carefully how I want to say it. But
why don't you think about it? We'll let Paul see what he was thinking about for the last 8 minutes, and then you can come back.
Yeah, that's one of those things that I would contemplate over a cup of coffee or while I'm taking a shower in the morning or something. It's like I'll noodle on that for a while, because the like echo chamber closed-minded behavior that we're going through. I mean, that's part of the division in this country. And I'm not, it's not any one person, right? I mean, we've got our Trump faithful are just as bad as our, progressive left. Conversation shouldn't be scary. I think that's my big thing at the, just the end, the last word there, I think last words should just be conversation, should not be scary.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Paul, did you have a second to form your thoughts?
No. Well, just let me kind of focus here on Tom's 1,000% correct, right? And that's the whole reason that we do this show, because it is all about conversation and being able to sit down with somebody, and most importantly, somebody that you disagree with. Now, this is a show full of commentators, right? And so part of our job is also to be caricatures in one way or another. As I know Kevin and I were both taught, be larger than life when you're behind that microphone. Turn your own internal, filter down, or get rid of it altogether. Yeah. And so we try to be who we are, but the conversations are about just that. They're about conversations, and you start with a topic, and you can get off and go left or right, but that's just part of the conversation. We're human beings. That's how it goes.
Well, I mean, good conversation should do exactly what you're talking about, Paul. It should ebb and flow, and it should go from topic to topic. If you just everyone gets stuck in a circle, nodding their head yes and agreeing to the same thing, that's not a conversation. That's just indoctrinated nonsense. So I mean, you've got to have points and counterpoints, and you have to go where you're uncomfortable. If you're always comfortable and you're always happy, you're not growing.
Well, additionally, you have to be able to have the conversations that you don't agree about, right? Like,
right.
I like the conversation we're having now. Like, I respect Lila's opinion, right? But Lila's idea, well, you're warmongering. Well, I don't know how we are. I mean, maybe what you take out of that is warmongering. Maybe how you feel about it is warmongering. But it doesn't mean that my opinion to talk about it is any less valid than your opinion. That it's, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be that free flow of ideas where I can say X, Y, and Z, and you're comfortable saying X, Y, and Z back, and that dialogue continues. And a lot of people, and I'm not saying Lila, that's not who I'm talking about, but a lot of people don't want it to continue.
What's a skill set that we've lost?
Right. Yeah. They want it to be, I don't like what you're talking about, thus it needs to stop. Right. And that's not
it's I don't like what you're talking about, therefore you're wrong.
Yes.
That's what the problem has become.
No, I think it's worse than that. I think it's different to say you're wrong. I think it's worse to say, not only are you wrong, but I don't think you should be allowed to talk about that, because we get a lot of that, especially from the left,
right?
Where not only do I disagree with your sentiment, but I don't even think you should be sharing that. I don't think you have the right to talk about it. We've talked about it about abortion, how men shouldn't have a say or a part of the conversation when it comes to abortion, for example, right? This idea that not only are you wrong, but you need to shut up. That's far more damaging to me than just telling me that I'm wrong. I've had plenty of people tell me I'm wrong. It doesn't mean I have to be quiet about it.
Right. Yeah.
Paul?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you jumped in.
We're good. I was agreeing with you. No, I was agreeing with you.
First you agree with Tom, and then you
I was agreeing with you.
Okay?
I know. Well, you know what? It doesn't hurt to acknowledge greatness. You guys are good.
I just got accused of, nor will you read any of my wall of text.
See, I said it. Can I have my $20 now?
I just read some of the wall of text, and we were in the middle of a conversation. I can't just pause the show to read what Lila wrote. Tegan said, sharing the truth or an opinion is not fear-mongering. Jane said, if you can't listen to other ideas, then you will never learn and grow. Thank you. Everybody's correct.
And
everybody's agreeing with Kate.
It's true. It's true.
That's awesome.
Well, I mean, it just shows how much you've come to the right.
Or maybe the world is coming.
No.
No, I think maybe the world is coming to me. Because I've always been I've always been more moderate, right? I've always been, even as a Democrat, I've been a moderate blue dog Democrat. So maybe the world is just coming to me in the middle.
Right.
The world is not in the middle, my friend.
You don't think so? Because I think more people are middle than we are led to believe. The media sells the fringes fighting against each other. But in reality, just as I've heard more and more people talk, and as I've heard about the numbers of signatures, we'll talk about this in a minute, the number of signatures they've gathered against the income tax.
Yeah.
So many, by the way, that Bob Ferguson has already thrown up his hands on social media and admitted that it's going to be on the ballot. Like, that tells me that more people are middle.
So more people are middle, but not the people that are making the decisions, at least not around here. Right. The people that are making the decisions are stuck with their agendas. And they're trying to deliver their agenda. And the trouble we have now, I think, is just all those people in the middle are complacent and they don't voice their wants when they vote. So they don't vote. So we get stuck with stupid, fringy shit.
Probably. But here's the problem. We as a society have grabbed onto this idea, and you talked about it earlier, about how opposed we are and how divisive the culture is and how divided we are as a nation.
Right. But when you talk to someone at the bar,
I would argue we're not that divided. I would argue that the media portrays it as divided. Right. And the fringes on both sides portrayed as divided.
Right.
But as we talk to normal people, you talk to people that come into your distillery
all the time.
I talk to people on the ferry.
Yeah.
Paul talks to the random people he has chained up in his basement. Everybody is on the same. Alicia Beeler dealing with her black guy. Everybody is on this. Most people are all on the same page.
No, you're right. I mean,
we all agree the gas prices are absorbently high and need to be lowered, regardless of our political party.
Right.
We all agree that the economy is in shambles. We all, we're not that far apart as a nation.
That's the people I talk about, right? Yeah. But the division is between the leadership. I mean, the leadership has gone so far left and so far right that we the people have been left behind.
Yeah.
So
Lila says, so we should have mandatory voting then, right, Tom? Voting days are holidays for everyone, right, Tom?
I would love to see voting for a holiday. I don't know how you would make
mandatory.
You
can't do mandatory voting.
No, that's
I don't want to require people to vote who have never.
That's ridiculous.
My almost 24-year-old daughter, who doesn't really watch the news, I would not want to require her to vote.
No.
Because if you haven't paid attention and you are not interested in the issues,
right,
and you haven't studied it, you should not vote.
No.
But I like the sentiment. Like people really need to take pride in voting. I'm just totally against making it quote unquote mandatory.
Right.
Because I don't want the government coming to my house. Well, why didn't you vote?
Yeah, no, that's a ridiculous notion. And now the idea that we take a holiday and say, okay, we're all going to the polls, and hell, make it a long weekend. Take Friday off, take Monday off.
Well, but hold on. I think national holidays is a moot point.
Why?
Because how many people actually get a quote unquote national holiday.
Well,
I mean, most people, you don't, a national holiday doesn't impact you. If a national holiday falls on a Friday, you're still going to be open.
Actually, a national holiday does impact me in a good way.
Well, no, but I mean,
because the average person is taking that day off, and they're going to come into the distillery and they're going to get a bottle of whiskey.
And so you're going to
go
work.
home.
So it's not a national holiday for you.
It doesn't matter. I take a holiday when I want to.
No, but
I'm my own boss.
But my point is, we talk about making it a national holiday, and I'm not opposed to that.
Mm-hmm.
But what does it really help? If you're a worker at McDonald's or at Target or at Walmart or whatever, you're not going to get that national holiday day off. They're not going to close every Walmart, Safeway, Target, so all those people have the day off so they can go vote. Make it a national holiday is not
that. That's why I suggested too. You do a Friday and a Monday, and have the polls closed on the weekend, so everyone takes a long weekend. Now they all look forward to voting.
Right. But again, they're still going to have to work it though.
Yeah, but half your shift gets Friday off. The other half of the shift gets Monday off, or your employee staff, right? I mean, you when you have a group of employees for a business that's meant for multiple shifts.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would love for them to make a 3-day. Paul, what do you think of this? 3-day voting period.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Polls are open. You can vote. And employers with more than 50 employees. So smaller businesses, you can't force them into this hole. But employers with more than 50%, more than 50 employees are required to give their employees at least one of those days off paid.
Sure.
So they can vote.
Sure.
I'd be totally down with that. That would make me happy.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the mandatory paid day off, just because I get stuck on forced paid days off.
You don't like that idea?
No, that places an unfair burden on not only the employer, but now the employee who is non-exempt or hourly could be placed in a jeopardy position, right? Because employers are going to look at that and go, why am I paying for you to go vote? Why can't you figure out your time management off the clock?
Well, that's why you take it. That's why you take it out of their hands. Another government is saying it's not up to the employee. The employee has nothing to do with the decision-making process, and any employee you have there is going to get it.
But the federal government's not going to pay that money to the employer.
Well, you're right.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain it should be paid, but you take 2 or 3 days and make sure that everyone's got a chance. 1/3 of your workforce gets Monday, 1/3 gets Tuesday, 1/3 gets Wednesday. After that, you go back to your normal scheduling.
Yeah. Lila said, everyone has the day off. Voting is the most important holiday every voting day. Again, I think it's a great sentiment, but you're going to force every single business everywhere to have the day off. What about police and fire? You're going to make them have the day off as well so they can vote? Everybody's off. Like, it's not feasible. We don't even shut everything down for Christmas or Thanksgiving or New Year's Day. We still have people doing jobs. So how do you address that? I think you make it like a 3-day swath. That's what I would. That's what I would do. If I was Grand Poobah and I was able to make whatever rules I want, that's what I would do. Well, that says you can vote at work. I don't want people voting at work.
No.
I don't want people voting at work. And let me tell you why. It's not that I don't think people can do it, but I think that businesses would be business owners and management would be so far up people's asses when they're voting. Like, as a federal employee, Lila, I want you to think about this. I'm a federal employee and I'm going to go vote at my federal job. And let's say I'm going to vote against Trump, who's the grand poobah of federal employment at the current. Do you not think that there would be some people or some organizations that would somehow find a way to get involved or oversee or pay attention? Like, I don't have any faith in any of these schmucks not to infringe on privacy, especially if you take what the left has accused Trump of doing. It's not a very far throw to believe, if everything that they're saying is correct, that Trump would also somehow interfere with people's ability to vote if he's all the bad things that they accuse him to be. Or a Democrat could do it. Like, I wouldn't want to vote at work. I'd want to keep the employer as far out of that conversation as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I would do.
Yep. Other than helping large employers, figure out how to make sure all their employees have an opportunity to, Make one of their days off a day at the polls.
Or something, yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's the worst thing that happens is you give somebody a paid day off so they can go vote, and they spend an hour driving to the polling station, casting their vote, and then driving home, and they get the rest of the day paid off. Who cares?
Yeah, I'm still stuck on the paid day off thing.
I know you are, but I'm like, who cares? Let them have the day off. People are working themselves to the bone right now trying to make ends meet. Let them have a paid day off. Holy cow, who cares? And Lila brought up ice. I'm not going to get into ice right now. That's a different conversation for a different segment. Paul.
Yes,
are you awake
sir.
over there? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You keep getting off camera. Are you going to stealing kisses from your girlfriend?
No. I really like this decaf tea, so I just make myself little cups of it.
How many cups of that have you
good
had
stuff.
so far in the show? We're an hour and a half in. How many cups have you had?
Yeah.
And how much is your bladder going to cry like a 12-year-old girl?
2. Well, I'll make sure I hit mute.
By the way, just got another message asking.
I think I did that on
she's at home with the
purpose
black
a couple
guy.
years ago.
Yeah, I just got another message asking where Beeler was. She's at home with the black guy.
Good. You
Enunciation
oh my
count.
God.
Enunciation counts.
What, Paul? I'm just sharing the information as I have it. We could have issued a press release. So don't forget to patronize our sponsors, by the way. Destination Highway 420 on Hollis Street in East Bremerton, right across the street there from Cloverleaf. Stop in and see them for a wide range of cannabis supplies and materials and goods and
you
flowers and tinctures and lotions.
Okay, here he goes. Here he goes.
Pre-rolls and doobies.
They also have a nice selection of glass.
Nice selection of glass. Yeah. So stop it and see them. They've got a great staff to help you. Even though I don't know anything about weed, they know all about the cannabis stuff. So stop it and see them. Destination Highway 420 in East Bremerton.
The only problem I have with Destination Highway 420
is they're so far away.
They're so far away.
Yeah, so far away.
They're not in my usual stomping grounds.
Maybe could they open another location right here in the mall? How much work would you get done if there was a cannabis supply store right next door to you?
Same amount.
Would you?
Yeah. I can't.
How much more money would you spend on cannabis though?
Probably
if they were right next door.
Yes, I'm an enthusiast, but I'm also a responsible user. And if it's not in the budget, it's not in the budget. So, when it's in the budget, yay! It's like, okay, I'll go get myself a treat. And if it's not in the budget, well, boo! I'll just keep working.
Lila said booze is worse than weed. Can be. I mean, it can be. I think weed can be worse for other people too. I think it's person.
From a health impact, like just from an overall health impact of consuming intoxicants, I totally agree. And alcohol is far more damaging. But again, now we're getting back to responsible consumption and things like that. If you have a sip here, a sip there, hell, most days I have a glass or two of some whiskey.
Yeah.
I just do. I host blind whiskey tastings once a month. I'm trying to grow those.
I think it's great what you do for the blind community too. That's great.
Yeah.
I think it's really.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
I think it's nice that you support the visually impaired community and kids have drinking contests with them. That's great.
You jackass. So
but they didn't see that joke coming.
Yeah, didn't see that joke coming.
Wow.
Really? You went from a bad joke to a dad joke?
Go ahead.
But again, there's responsible consumption, right? I mean, if you're just gonna, line up shots and knock them down, you're not gonna have good outcome for your health for very long.
No, it's true.
Yeah. Anything.
That's why I do it once a year.
Anything in moderation.
That's why I do my shot line once a year.
Once a year.
Lila is complaining about how booze is the worst, and then Lila says, "But I still want some peanut butter whiskey." Thank you, Lila.
It is worse. But
do you have any peanut butter whiskey?
I don't make a peanut butter whiskey. My newest one right now that actually I'm really excited about.
Pistachio, or is that?
No, I'm sold out of that already.
Are you?
Yeah. My next chocolate pistachio bottling won't be probably late summer, early fall.
How long does it take from combining ingredients until putting a bottle on a shelf?
Depends. I've got
Great.
For candy apple red.
I can have candy apple red done in 60 to 90 days.
Okay.
But like I have a whiskey project right now that won't barrel or won't bottle until 2028.
Really?
Yeah. So it just depends. I mean, that age statements is really tough, right? But if we're just going from grain to glass, like vodka, right? Vodka gets 0 age time. You mash it, you ferment it, you distill it, you bottle it.
So you'd have that done what, a day?
No. 10
days.
Yeah, 10
God, it's got to make it impossible for you as a businessman just because of the delay in some of that, right?
No,
but you have to plan way ahead on some of this.
It's all about planning, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Lots of planning. So it goes back to that paperwork stuff I was telling you. I don't like.
Yeah.
It's just sit down, look at the calendar and say, okay, the dollars are coming in here so we can buy the raw materials and we'll get the dollars back over there. That's all it is investing in time.
All right. Not a fan of paperwork.
Me neither. Me neither. Not even a little.
I don't know how you guys do it.
Now, I don't mind the planning paperwork, the tax paperwork, and the government overregulation paperwork. That stuff's just
right
pointless.
Yeah,
but
it always pays to have somebody else do it for you.
I wish, man. It's expensive.
I'll do it for you for free. I don't guarantee it'll be done right. I'll do it for you for free. You might find yourself in federal prison when it's all over, but that's okay.
Thanks.
And I'm not signing no documents for you. We're not getting into that relationship. I'll do them in crayon, and then you can sign them.
You weren't in the Marines.
No, they eat the crayon. Thank you very much. They eat the crayons. Paul, you're very quiet over there. You doing okay, buddy?
I'm not eating no crayon. Yeah, I'm doing good, man.
No, you're an Army guy.
Good.
You're an Army guy. I mean,
yeah.
You guys didn't eat crayons.
That don't mean much, dude. I've met some people in the Army that they're lacking.
Yeah, bona fide crane eaters.
Yeah. The Navy is
right.
The
they're just
military.
Yeah. It very well may be, especially for lesser men.
Well, just keep in mind the Navy won the last Navy game.
They may have because
they did 17-16 in December.
It's a good football team. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I don't know if you guys may not be aware of this. Do you know that I won the last Outlaw Radio Network Invitational Derby race at the Kids at Discretion Derby Association?
Right. Managed to squeeze that in.
Did you know? Did you guys know that? I wasn't sure if
How did you manage?
I had no idea. Nope. No clue.
You didn't know.
That's what Kevin's last boyfriend said.
Oh, stop it. Stop it, you jerk. Hey, Paul, are you going to race in the Derby this year? If they still let us?
Yeah.
Are you? Well, you didn't race last year because you were, feeling the effects of.
I was hurt.
So yeah, I just want to make sure that you're still planning to race.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yes.
And you're going to try 100%. I'm going to win.
It'll be the primary and only objective.
Okay. Well, I'm.
I mean, look, if in the course of taking you out, I managed to win, I'm not going to complain. But having said that, no, we've already discussed it amongst ourselves, every one of us, whether anybody admits it to you or not. All of us are dedicated to making sure that you don't finish the race first.
Well, here's the deal. So check this out. You ready? It is widely regarded that I'm the greatest racer in Outlaw Radio Network history, and I'm not the only one saying it. Tom's saying it.
No, but you're not better than Debbie. Debbie won twice.
She's not part of the Outlaw Radio Network family anymore.
Tom said it.
Tom said it. Beeler said it. Lori said it.
No, that was a question.
Sports Illustrated says it.
No,
Bleacher Report
categorically deny that.
Bleacher Report says it.
Tom won the year before you.
Time Magazine says it. Yeah.
Time Magazine.
I'm just pulling stuff out of my.
Do they still make that?
Yeah, Time Magazine.
Kevin's on the cover of Teen Vogue.
That's not the breaking news music either. Kevin Nelson with breaking news today on TMZ. Alicia Beeler is at home with a black guy. Okay.
What?
That's what Kevin Nelson put in the chat. I love it. And what's great is she's not listening to the show. If you're friends with Beeler on Facebook, please send her a message and ask why she's at home with a black guy. Yeah.
Enunciation counts.
The special place in hell reserved for you, Kevin.
So much fun. What is she going to do? Drive down here? She can't even see right now. She's not going to be able to get down here. I'm pretty safe
for right now.
Hey, somebody mentioned Katie Cornell. And I think it was Mike that mentioned that in our chat room.
Why is that name?
She's running for state representative.
Oh, that's it.
We had her on the show. Remember, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah.
Great on there.
Because the name was there. It wasn't. The wires weren't connected.
She might buck the trend.
You think so?
I've said for a long time, I think it's really hard as a Republican who's never held office before, never ran for office before, has no name recognition to win a race, to win a seat like this.
What's making you say that now?
I hear a lot of people talking about her.
Yeah,
I hear a lot of people bringing her name up, and it's not your traditional Dave McMullins, Republicans, conservatives, Robert Parker's in the district, right? They talk about her anyway, but I'm hearing from her from random people that are not following politics that are saying, I talked to Katie Cornell today and she was great.
Yeah.
Or she understands me, or I connect with her ideas.
Yeah.
She might completely change my view. Like if you remember when she ran, I said, boy, she's going to have a hard time.
Yeah.
I didn't say she couldn't do it, but she's going to have an uphill fight.
Or maybe she's just doing the hard work now.
Maybe she is.
She started the right time. I mean, timing's everything, right?
Have you heard, Paul, people talk about Katie?
I admittedly, I have not. But honestly, I also haven't been on
district,
social media much in the last couple of months. Huh?
And you're not in the district either. You're
Say
in a
that
different
again?
district, right? You're not in the 26, are you?
Right, yeah.
Where are you? What district are
Correct,
you
I
in?
am not. 35th.
35th, okay.
I'm in
So
Dan
you're-
Griffey's district. Yep.
Yeah, you have a really easy choice to make, don't you?
Yes. There's no real thought that goes into it, really.
Tegan said, every Outlaw Invitational race that I've been to, Kevin has won. Amen, Tegan. Thank you very much.
Tegan, don't go there too. Please, no. I respect you, Tegan. I respect you.
Yeah. Heather said Beeler's going to be out for revenge. Obviously not. She's obviously not even hearing what I'm saying about her. I guess you send her a message, ask her why she's at home with a black guy.
Kevin's pretty fly for a white guy.
That's not true either. You know what I just remembered, Tom?
Uh-oh.
We have majority right now. I think it's time. Look on Paul's face.
No.
Hey, Paul.
No.
Hey, Paul.
No.
Paul.
No. Nope. Not
Paul.
going there.
Paul.
Nope. Nope. Not drawing me in. Not gonna happen. Nope. Didn't hear shit. God damn it, Tom.
Get some TP for my bunghole.
Are you threatening me?
Jesus Christ.
Fire.
You have Oleo? Anyway. Paul, knock it off, man. Oh my gosh, man. Stop it. My God.
That was awesome revenge.
Really? I thought
God.
you guys were all professionals.
We are. I'm a professional smartass. Thank you very much. Hey, let me ask a question, Paul. You know, we've talked a lot on the Democrat front about.
I tried to stay out of it, Lori. Kevin drugged me in. I'm sorry. What? What? Kevin?
I'm pushed.
We've talked a lot about Democrats who could be the nominee. We've talked about the Dimwit governor in California. We've talked about Kamala maybe running again. I still stand by my belief it's going to be AOC, but CNN did a big write-up on Pete Buttigieg earlier today, implying that he might have still some designs on running for the White House. Where do you think?
I think I saw in one poll. Well, in one poll, he tested first.
Yeah.
So I don't know what poll it was. I just read that he had, in whatever poll that company did, he had been the number one choice for people.
Isn't
Look, I think he fits in as well as anybody else.
it isn't Pete
Tom?
a little more moderate on the Democrat spectrum, if you will?
I don't have an answer for that. I honestly do not recall, because we're talking, would have been 4, 5, 6, 6.5, almost 7 years ago since we ever heard much about Pete Buttigieg's. I mean, all he ever was a mayor too. So,
yeah, Although now he's been transportation secretary and he's been,
I mean,
yes,
he's been part of
campaigning with Democrats, and
he's been part of the federal, the federal machine.
Paul, I swear to God. So I found the poll you were talking about. It was a national survey from Emerson College Polling that put Buttigieg in first place. 18% of support among likely Democrat primary voters. Gavin Newsom 16, AOC the eventual champion at 11, Josh Shapiro and Kamala Harris at 10, and Andy Bashir at 9. And then there was another one. Oh wait, maybe this is the same one. Yeah, this is the same one. Do you think he's a serious? Could he be a serious name? Do you think so?
Sure. Yeah. He had quite a following. I took umbrage with a few things that he did and said, but that's politics, right? Other than that, it's not like he really did a bad job. He was kind of scandal free. The worst thing that people had to say about him.
Yeah.
Right. The worst thing, I mean, there was really one incident, and that was where the train derailed in that small town, I think it's Lebanon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, in
Ohio.
Anyway,
that's right. Ohio, yeah.
In Ohio, yeah. And they never came out, like the federal government, never went out to actively, lend a hand or see what they could do. Didn't go out to inspect, and all these people's land was getting destroyed. But yeah, I think he's got as good of a shot as anybody, and I think that we should know better than to say that after what Trump's done. Shouldn't write anybody off. I think that's a mistake.
Here's what he said. Al Sharpton asked him, and I'm going to quote this: "When you ran for president, you met me, and we went up to a well-publicized lunch at Sylvia's restaurant in Harlem. Just so my calendar is clear, should I be reserving a table at Sylvia's? Are you going to run again?" And all Buttigieg said was, "Quote, you saved me a seat. I'll be there." Okay. That sounds
like a really
definitive.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty affirmative.
He could go ahead, Tom.
Oh, I'm still just curious about what his policies, politics, that kind of thing are.
Yeah, he's not as far left, I don't think, as like the AOCs and some of the.
I think you're right, Kevin. I mean. And he's a combat veteran,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
go Pablo.
What?
Huh?
Paul?
Did we lose?
Paul? Oh, you waiting for me to go? You didn't? No.
Yeah, you were talking.
Can you hear me?
Stop. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. No, I was just going to say the fact that he was, a combat deployed veteran, to me makes him more likely than not to be more middle of the road. More of a moderate.
And it is a bonus for me that he's a combat vet, that he served.
Yeah,
like
I didn't know he was a vet.
No, he was in Afghanistan.
I don't know much about.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you the important things to know about Pete. He's a former member of the Army, and I believe the reserves of the National Guard as well. I think he served.
So he gets a whole month.
I think he served multiple tours in the Middle East. I'm not going to acknowledge that, Paul.
It was funny.
Yeah. And listen, part of me wants to vote for him just because I can imagine all the hand wringing about the premise that two men are having gay sex in the Lincoln bedroom. Like I could just imagine all the screaming and crying about it.
Who cares?
No, but you don't care and I don't care, but there are people who will make a big deal.
There are people that
and I don't care.
Yeah, Paul doesn't care either. But I'll get popcorn just to watch people lose their damn mind.
If that's what they're losing their mind over, yes, I will. Yeah. I will eat the popcorn with you, and I will point and laugh.
But they will. They will. They'll cry and complain, and how this is an atrocity, and this is whatever.
Yeah, like I said, I'll eat the popcorn with you, and I'll point and laugh because that's a silly thing to be wringing your hands over.
But they will wring their hands over.
Yeah.
I hope he's a solid candidate. I liked him the first time he ran because I just think he's a level-headed dude. He communicates really clearly and really well. He seems smart as smart can be. Like as dumb as we think Kamala sounded at different points in her campaign is as smart as Buttigieg sounds.
He's definitely the other end of that spectrum.
Well, so if he ends up, I mean, because I know that, I mean, the people I vote for aren't going to, they're not going to office. I know that, right? I mean, my vote for president is more of a like party development thing.
But no, but hold on, but shouldn't you vote for him? Like,
no.
because
Washington State
in the primary, hold on, in the primary, shouldn't you vote for him?
No,
because why not? Why not push to help get a moderate Democrat on the ticket?
I don't care.
Rather than, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I don't care if it's a moderate Democrat or a moderate Republican. Either way, I'm not going to be super happy. Because I know that we're going, you know, we're voting for an agenda, you know, that is not about we the people. So until we get away from this agenda-driven means of voting, right? I want someone who's moderate, and I would like to see someone who does bring people together. You know, Obama brought people together. He unified people a little bit. Ronnie Reagan really brought people together. You know, and you've brought that up in the past there, Kevin, that's what we need now is someone who is a little bit more of a unifier. And I think the only way we're going to do that is by getting someone who's moderate. And I don't care if it's moderate left or moderate right. It just has to be moderate.
I would love to see, not for president, obviously, but for like governor. Let's say governor, for example, right?
Okay.
You have a moderate Democrat that runs, and you have Bob Ferguson that runs. I would love to see the Republicans say, you know what? We're not even going to run a candidate. We're going to get in, hand over fist, and get behind a moderate Democrat.
That would be a step in the right direction.
Wouldn't it, for the state, right?
For the state, that would be a step in the right
Now,
direction.
Republicans won't do that because that would be intelligent. Now that would make political sense. But I would love it if Republicans just said in 2028, we're not even going to put a Republican candidate up. We're all going to get behind and back a moderate Democrat. And that moderate Democrat would win. Huh?
It'd have to be really moderate.
They would be, but anything would be better than for a Republican, right? Anything would be better than what Bob Ferguson's been putting out. I would love it if the Republicans did that. We're not even going to try. Now, we already know that, what's his name, Paul? That's going to run for governor.
That's going to run for governor.
At least give us a party.
Oh, it's a Republican in the state. It's,
Jim Walsh.
Jim Walsh is going to run for governor.
Oh,
and Jim Walsh is going to have his ass handed to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Brandy Cruz is still thinking about it.
Well, I hope, but I don't think Brandy can win right now either.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Well, the
the
right hates. I mean, the left hates her. She's enemy number one.
The left extreme hates her.
Yeah, but
you're discounting the moderates.
Yeah,
in the middle.
She's got a
the right
huge following of moderates and independents and libertarians, and all three of us. Yeah.
Tegan said Republicans' bylaws won't allow them to do that, and so change the bylaws.
Oh, okay, I don't know enough about the state Republican bylaws to
change the bylaws.
Those are reasonably easy to change most of the time.
Yeah. Don't even put.
I didn't know you were a Trekkie, Kev.
What, a Trekkie? What do you mean?
Yeah, Trekkie. You just like Captain Kirk, man. Kobayashi Maru. I didn't like the rules, so I changed them.
Yeah, change the rules.
You just change the rules. Just change the rules.
Change the rules. All right, we got to take a break.
That's something that Democrats in Washington State do.
Sometimes you got to fight fire with fire, Paul. Sometimes. All right, we're going to take a break. We come back, 1 more hour to go. More of your comments, more of the comments in the chat. Laurel will share some things with us. And we'll talk more about Beeler being at home with a black guy. We're back after this. It's Outlaw Radio Network.com.
With houses made of gold, talk about what we We wonder why we feel empty inside. Why there's a hunger that we can't satisfy. Only we grow with a bad desire. Waste our time on an endless climb. This house is made of gold. It's not about what we own. We follow what we're told. Feel right into the mold. Is this what we need to breathe? Or are we just feeding our disease? Prisoners of a hopeless war, fighting with the double-edged sword. We could be free if we stop feeding our disease. We stand on top of the world. We still feel so alone. We stand on top of the world. With no one's own, we stand at the top of the world. With houses made of gold, it's not about what we own. We follow what we're told. Feel right into the mold. Is this what we need to breathe? Or are we just feeding our disease? Prisoners of a hopeless war, fighting with the double-edged sword. We could be free if we stop feeding our disease. Open your eyes and it'll make it easier to fight through the dark times, the dark times. Hold the light and it'll make it easier to shine through the dark times, the dark times. I remember a time when I was young and blind, couldn't take the fall for anything at all. I blamed it on everybody else. Like the New World Order, the Illuminati, as long as it wasn't me. I was afraid of the mirror, of what I would see. I didn't want to see me. Open your eyes and it'll make it easier to fight through the dark times, the dark times. Hold the light, it'll make it easier to shine through the dark times, the dark times. If the sky is always raining black, if the world is always stabbing you in the back, open your eyes.
All right, Outlaw Radio Network, final hour of the show. Thanks for checking us out. We appreciate you. I know it's kind of a loosey-goosey show tonight, but that's okay. We're just going to kind of float by the seat of our pants and break some rules and do our thing. What are you pointing at?
Are we back on screen? No,
Yeah, we're back on screen now. It just took me a second.
We're breaking rules?
We're breaking rules.
What rules?
There are no rules. The internet for broadcasting is like the Old West.
Is it deregulation grand?
I knew you were going to say that.
Of course I was going to.
Hey, Paul, did you know that Tom
Yes.
thinks that deregulation is grand?
Deregulation is bad. Yeah, no, he thinks it's
hold on, your
bad.
mic's
Wait,
muted. Okay, tell that again.
deregulation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tom thinks deregulation is good.
Yes, that's
Yes.
what. That's
grand. Grand even.
Right. Right.
Better than good.
Well,
It's grand.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I necessarily agree with that, but you better have a lot of hope and prayers in the free market and against corruption if we're gonna completely deregulate. I would think because people are just too greedy.
I totally agree with that, right? But that's what the judicial system's for. Because
For greed?
if you're to to protect your interests, because if someone wrongs you in some way, right, they I don't know, grift you out of $10,000 or whatever. I mean, there's a court system to deal with that. So
yeah,
we're so very, very overregulated. Why does a fortune teller need a $300 a month license in the state of Georgia to make up bullshit about what you may or may not do in the next week?
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. Why does a stripper need a license
I don't either.
to get on stage and do what a stripper does? That's silly. That's the kind of stuff I talk about with deregulation.
So you want a whole bunch of unregulated strippers? That's a dangerous world to live in, Tom.
Jesus, that was an example. I'm not advocating for saying, hey, let's get rid of red lights. Let's just drive on whatever side of the road you want.
Heather, the man you married wants a whole bunch of unregulated strippers.
Christ.
So, you know what happens when you have unregulated strippers? You have Beeler at home with the black guy. Anyway, by the way, I got a message from somebody who, when they heard that Jim Walsh was running, for governor, that they didn't know that the dad from 90210 was going to run for governor. That was the character's name. The dad's character's name.
Oh my gosh, Kevin, you are reaching the bottom of the barrel.
Somebody sent that to me.
Seriously?
Yes, somebody sent that to me.
The name of which dad?
90210.
The Walsh's dad. Remember Brandon Walsh?
I didn't watch 90210.
What was Shannon Doherty's character's name? Brenda and Brandon Walsh. Yeah.
Brenda.
Yeah.
Oh, that
look nothing alike.
That wasn't my show.
I had such a thing for Shannon Doherty back in the day. She was so hot. She really
did. You really?
Yeah. And then I realized that she was a total, complete, just mean girl. And then she became even hotter. Abuse me.
Normal.
Abuse me. Treat me like garbage. Perfect. That explains my first marriage. Okay. So, Paul.
Kevin. Yes.
How you doing over there, buddy? You doing all right? How come you didn't come in studio tonight, by the way? I want to know why you didn't come in. Is the body still bugging you? The ribs still a problem? You doing okay?
No, I'm working at the paintball fields.
Oh, that's right. Okay. How is business? Do you want to tell people how they can book at the paintball field? Sorry.
Well, you don't have to book. It's open. It's open to everybody. On Sundays, if you want to bring out a private group on a Sunday, you can. Go ahead. What, Kevin?
I was gonna say you don't need to pre-book or pre-reserve or anything like that. You can just show up.
No.
Okay.
No. Yep.
Oh yeah,
it's considered open play.
Yeah, the fun of a good paintball field is you go out and you never know who you're going to be shooting at or who's going to be shooting at you. There could be 50 people out there, or there could be 10.
So could one person just show up and join the fun?
Yeah.
So like
you
if
bet. 100%.
Next Saturday, for example, and it won't be next Saturday because I got homework to do. But next Saturday, it's the story of my life right now. It's homework. I don't even have time to touch myself anymore because I have so much homework. But next Saturday, I'm free. I'm clear. I got nothing to do. I can just show up at the paintball place.
Yes,
pay my
which
fee,
is
get
located,
my gun, and just jump into it.
That's exactly how I got started.
We have we have all the rental gear. You don't have to have any gear or equipment. Whatever clothes you wear, the paint will wash right out. In fact, it's made of the same stuff that Dayquil or NyQuil is. That's the same medium. So it just has a, dye that basically dissipates after a while. So, but
the shell's just like pharmaceutical gelatin. It's nothing. You can
exactly same stuff. Yes, you can. And in fact, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be starting Friday Night Lights, which is that's right. It's glow in the dark paintball.
Glow in the dark. That sounds like a blast, dude.
Oh yeah,
it really does. It sounds like a blast. Well, I'm looking forward to getting out there. I do need to come out there.
Paintball's fun.
If I got to get a free weekend, dude. It's so hard for me to get a free weekend. And it doesn't help that I can never take a Sunday night off from the show because, people like Beeler stay home with black guys and I got to make sure that I'm here. So,
well, we could always just take a crew day off from the show.
No, we can't do that. We can't. We have a paid sponsor. We have to do the show every Sunday.
Okay, so we play a best of, and we put some
Yeah.
Destination Highway 420.
Can't do it. Why don't we take a Saturday? Can you go down on a Saturday during the day?
Fridays and Saturdays.
Can we sign up? Hold on, Paul. Could we sign up? Could we have a
Yeah.
Outlaws Against Listeners bout?
Oh no, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we absolutely could. Mm-hmm.
How many people would you recommend on each side for that kind of thing? 5-on-5, or do you need more than that?
5-on-5 is a good amount, but we have a woods ball field that we've opened up now.
Mhm.
So we've got our speedball course, which is all inflatable blow up bunkers in the middle of the field. Then we have hyperball field with a castle on one end. So one side's always defending the high ground and the other side's attacking via the low ground. You switch back and off.
Okay.
So we have different fields that people can play on at any given time. So if you have a group that comes out on their own and they want to play on the woods ball field or whatever, they can just switch off and on. So
Hey,
it
Paul,
works really well. Yes.
Hey, Paul, you ever heard of SC Village?
Yes.
Yeah, SC Village down in
Absolutely.
LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it LA? I thought it was
yeah,
San Diego, but LA, San Diego, they
Yeah,
all
no,
look the
it's in
same to
LA.
me.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I played in the I played a big tournament there. So it was the Pan American Games
Love
one
it.
year.
No, that's one of your definite destination paintball locations.
Oh, it's
No doubt.
super cool.
So hold on. So let's
Mhm.
say we put together an Outlaw team. The Outlaw team would be me, Tom, Paul, Beeler would be in it for sure. Lori, would you? Would you play paintball? Turn your mic on.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Cool.
I mean, if it's summertime, yeah.
Okay, you would play if it was in the summer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so there's 5. Who else can we add to our team?
Isaac come out and play. Would Isaac play paintball?
Would Amber?
There
Would
you
bring
go.
Amber?
Oh, I would bring Amber in a heartbeat.
Isaac's looking at me like I'm a lunatic.
Okay.
I'll take that woman wherever she wants to go.
Would you?
F-Bomb would play.
She wants to go to Humptown. Would you bring Heather?
Oh yeah, F-Bomb would come out and play.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So hold
now-
on. So that's 5, 6. That'd be 8 if we had the 2 of them.
F-Bomb
If I brought somebody, that would be 9. Although I don't know if she'd do it or not.
F-Bomb would get shot the first time, and she would either turn into a raging lunatic and kill every opponent, or she'd say, "Nope, that hurt. I'm done," and that'd be that.
I think we could put together a team of 10. So can we go 10 on 10, Paul? Is that reasonable?
There's actually a pro format for that.
Yes, 10 on 10 is very reasonable. Yeah, I mean, and it would depend on how many listeners. I would have the listeners RSVP so we can make sure that, we have an amount of people there where everybody can get plenty of time to play.
Okay. What would the cost be, Paul? Do you know off the top
we
of your
could
head?
talk about that.
I think we should charge like an amount and then have it go to charity. And charity, by the way, is the name of Paul's wallet. That's what
Right.
that's what we should do.
But we do lease from the Kitsap Rifle and Revolver Club. So every customer that we have to literally make a donation to them. And that's kind of how that works, but they don't have a set lease, right? Which is great for us because it means we never have to worry about getting in the hole any month.
Okay.
So works
that
out
is awesome for a business, dude.
Well, if you're
Especially
interested,
trying to get one
Yeah.
started, that is awesome. I'm happy for you about that.
if you're interested, if you're a listener and you think you're better at paintball than the Outlaws are, you'd be wrong. But if you think you are, feel free to message me individually, and I'll get together a roster, and we'll just tell me if you're interested. We don't have dates or times or nothing yet, but give me your name, send me a message, and we'll get a roster together. We'll put something together. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
You got to do some games
Awesome.
like Bunny Hunt.
Like what?
Bunny Hunt.
What's a bunny hunt?
So that was something when I was on the pro team that I played on.
I'm definitely playing now.
Okay. So what we used to do
Did she just look it up?
No, the fact that he's asking that question.
Why don't you fix your mic so you're not having to bend all the way down? Like unscrew the end. There you go. That's much better. Look at that.
It dropped. Okay.
Well, I know, but you can see the little round thing on the side. You can tighten it down.
Yeah.
Make it
I'm
tighter.
busy. I'm
That's what
busy.
he said. Okay. What is it? Bunny hunt.
Bunny hunt.
Bunny hunt.
Make it bigger is what she said.
So bunny.
You know why men finish first? Because we can. Tom, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
You can't control.
Go ahead. Because we don't want to control. We want it to be over with. Thank you.
What?
We've had enough.
What?
Go ahead, Tom.
I'm
Bunny
sorry
hunt.
for you, my friend.
Bunny hunt.
Wanted to
You're
be
not
over
doing
with.
it right.
Yeah,
Told you I'm so busy I can't even touch myself right now. So go ahead, Tom.
But bunny hunt, you take one of your like pro players or whatever,
Mhm.
and you give them a limited hopper of paint, and then you take all your recreational players, and they're all going after the one bunny. The bunny gets like a 15-second head start to sprint off into the woods, and then either the bunny wins or the hunters get him.
Oh, so it's like Rambo then.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
you're
one
Rambo
on
in
one
Vietnam.
on one on everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. But the bunny only gets like 50 rounds of paint or something. Everyone else gets unlimited hoppers.
Well, here's the deal. I challenge Paul to a one-on-one.
Oh, that's not a good idea for you, Kevin.
Don't do that.
I challenge Paul to a
That's
one-on-one.
not a good idea for you, Kevin.
In the wooded course.
Kevin.
I'll tell you what, Kevin. I'll give
I'll
you
ref
the
it.
perfect rental gun to use,
I'm sure
and
you
I'll
will.
use a
You'll give
pump.
me the jams. You'll give me the jams.
No,
and I require
Paul, that's not fair, dude.
And I require 20 minutes to be able to walk the wooded course beforehand because you.
Yeah, preview's fair.
Well, but and he's got experience with.
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's fair.
Preview's totally fair. Totally fair.
All right.
And
Yeah, but we wouldn't do a one-on-one in the woods, bud.
Why not?
You ever
You'd never
you ever
find
see
each other.
Shootout at the OK Corral? That's
I'm
true,
just-
Tom. Too. Yeah, that's
Dun dun
Yeah.
dun.
never find each other. The speedball course would be way more fun.
I played a Halo enough that
Yes.
I would own you. I would own you.
You know, your body doesn't move like the controller moves your body.
I'm just telling you, I would own him. Have you seen how broken down he is right now? Have you seen how age is caught up with St. Paul?
okay. That's true.
Like-
That's true. Hey,
like-
now those are
Hey,
fighting.
we're,
time-
I mean,
words.
we're all in about the same, you know.
Yeah, but some of us are in better shape than others. And last week when Paul was in studio, every time he walked, I heard his knees cry.
Oh yeah,
And
he
it's
crunches
true.
and cracks as much as I do.
Yeah, I don't though. I'm in great
Yeah.
shape.
I,
There you go. Let's do
I,
this.
I think what
You're
Paul,
going nowhere, freak show. All right.
What Paul? I think you only got a year on me, right? You're born
I'm
what? 72?
54. Yep,
Oh,
March
yeah,
of
you got a
72.
year. Okay, yeah, you got year and change.
Okay.
All right.
So
All right.
help me.
So are you?
my,
hold on, are you accepting my challenge?
My young paddle. Am I accept? Yes. Yes, Kevin.
Okay.
I will
okay.
accept what you call a
Okay.
challenge. And I think
Kevin.
give Tom a second because Kevin, I don't think you heard the caveat that I threw in. I said I would give you a really good rental gun, and then I said what, Tom? Do you remember?
Yeah, he's going to take his pump out. That,
But what does that mean? Like
It-
again, I've
so-
never done it before, so I
so
don't.
it's a pump marker. It shoots kind of like a shotgun. You pull the trigger, you know, and then you pump the gun. You pull the trigger. You get one ball at a time.
Okay.
But pumps are
You-
crazy accurate.
Okay.
Crazy.
You can
accurate.
shoot about 6 balls for every one that I fire.
Paint
Yeah.
marker.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
basically
paint
going to
marker.
get
Yes.
yeah, you're basically getting like a semi-auto or almost a machine gun kind of thing, and he's getting one
Yeah.
shot at a time.
Right, but his is more
one
accurate.
shot.
Way more accurate.
Is there a difference in distance?
And the good news.
It
The
depends
good-
on the
yep,
propellant.
there's good news
if you're using CO2 or compressed air or nitrogen. I mean, there's you know stuff in you know.
Yeah, all we're running is CO2.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Nobody in the
That's-
chat is volunteering
the
for
same.
this, which means I think they're all afraid to face me. That's okay, guys. I understand. You just do you. I am a trained professional. No worries.
in fact, Kevin, Amber's throwing down the gauntlet. She says she wants to go one-on-one against you to defend my honor if I lose.
No. This is
Her
great.
exact words were, "I will kick
Do
his
you understand?
ass."
Well, hold on. Do you understand what we just heard? You may not be aware
Yep.
of this, but you just heard the emasculation of Paul. You just heard his woman say, Paul can't beat Kevin. I'm going to do it for him.
Actually, I think she just offered to defend his honor in the event that you were to win. I think that's all it was.
No, I think it was her way of saying, I know that Paul has no shot. I know that Kevin is more of a man than Paul can handle at this point in his decrepit lifespan. The body is giving out. He can barely walk a flight of steps. I think I need to intervene to save Paul from the embarrassment of having his ass handed to him. That's what I think she said. Am I right, Amber?
Yes, you're right, Kevin.
Thank you, Amber. I appreciate it. All right.
That's she just pointed out that's exactly why she wants to go one-on-one with you. I think her exact words were, what did you say, Doc? Oh, yeah, teach Kevin a lesson in humility.
Yeah, well, it's going to take a lot more than that to teach you.
Do it.
Come on, Amber, bring it.
T-shirt? Ducks t-shirt. Oh, in fact, she says she's going to do it while wearing her Ducks t-shirt.
Is that like Oregon Ducks?
Yes.
Is it? Oh God, I will take great joy in annihilating her. I will shoot her repeatedly just on principle. And by the way, if you wear a Ducks,
Kevin's gonna. I know you're gonna shoot over and over again. All he wants a happy ending.
Listen, just remind her. Just remind her the O on their helmets is for how many national titles they've won.
Oh.
There you go.
The Oregon Ducks have never won a national title in football, but they've won a lot of other national titles in other sports.
Yeah, girls' sports, gymnastics, woo, soccer, whatever.
Not only girls' sports, Kevin.
I don't. Hold on. Tom, talk for a second.
Sure, there were men's sports in there as well.
Yeah, what's Tom talking about? I mean, we've been all over the place. We talking about paintball? We talking about the Oregon Ducks? I know nothing about the Oregon Ducks.
You know, Tom, it's kind of funny because I was taking some test shots after I had some work done on my pump marker, right? And I was getting almost twice the distance with that pump. And then we started doing trick shots like on the pool table, right? We started carrying paintballs off of the inflatable bunkers and hitting targets behind other bunkers. Oh God, man, it was so much fun. Yeah, it's a blast.
We used to do that,
but maybe we'll get you guys to come out for a glow ball on a Friday night. Kevin, that sounds like a great birthday party for you, man.
It'd be great, man. Listen, so here we go. In the school's history, Oregon has won 35 national championships. 20
Oregon's won. There you go. Oregon's won 35 national championships. Yeah. Good.
20 men's, 15 women's. The Washington Huskies.
Well,
the greatest university.
Okay, that's going to be a lot more. That's going to be a lot more.
Has won 57 national titles. So I would like Oregon to sit down and shut up. And revert to being
the the Huskies had 40. You said what? 47 titles. 57 titles and 57. And Oregon had how many national titles?
35.
So 35. What? I mean, that's about 40% more.
Yeah,
right in that neighborhood.
50% more.
So clearly, it's a lot more national titles for the University of Washington.
Yes, because they're way better than the chumps at Oregon.
You're killing me.
I hate the Niners.
If it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck.
I hate the Niners.
Okay.
I hate the Yankees. I hate the Astros.
I don't care about the Yankees.
But I hate no one like I hate the Ducks.
Really?
Yes. Oh, God, yes.
You dislike the Ducks more than you dislike the Niners?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you more invested in college football than you are in
No, I'm more invested in pro football. But every time the Niners try to step up to us, we bitch smack them. It is hard for me to really treat them as a threat.
Okay.
The Ducks are a threat, and the Ducks run a really good program.
Well,
you know what I mean?
The Niners have been a threat. They have been a relevant football team. It hasn't been lately, but the Niners have been a relevant football team.
Tegan said, if you do it in the speedball field, it will end too quick. At least give Kevin a chance in the woods ball field. But Tegan, I don't know what you mean.
Well, first of all, Tegan, Kevin's used to it ending too quick.
That's what she said. Okay. That's fine, Paul.
damn.
You let me know when you're ready. I'll whoop that. I'll whoop that ass. That's totally fine. All right.
Next Saturday.
I can't next Saturday. We have to plan it a couple weeks.
Oh, that's convenient.
No,
Okay.
I have to. I have to be able to plan.
I know.
I got to be able to plan
It's
around
fine.
homework and the other job, and I'm already on schedule for the other
It's
job.
okay.
And Paul, it'll
It's
give
all
you a
good.
chance to
Yes.
heal up that hammy some more.
No, that's
Yeah,
100% correct.
yeah.
I'm not even going back to play him. I'm not going back. I haven't stepped back on either field since I got injured. So
Yeah,
you know,
let
it
that
is what it
hammy
is. I
heal
don't
up.
want to take a chance on re-injuring it. Yep.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely
100%,
let that
man.
hammy heal before you go out and try to sprint around. I mean,
Dude,
hell,
and the ribs are
just the
hurting
other-
worse than the hamstring is.
Yeah, are they? Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, you know, good times right there. Good times.
And after I finish this this big remodel, I'm finishing a bid on. I'm probably going in for shoulder surgery. So I get it.
Oh, my Lanta, dude. What kind of remodel you got coming up?
I've got a big one here in town. I'm getting ready to convert a 6-car garage into a 2-car garage and make some more conditioned living space.
Oh, okay. Oh, very good. Very good.
Yeah, and it'll be an interesting job.
Right.
That's. I mean,
We're keeping
down,
Kevin interesting because, yeah. Well,
I don't know how to respond to any of this. You guys have a
we love you, Kevin.
I just gotta, this is manual labor conversation. I got to kind of duck out of that. I got to step back just a little bit.
Well, it was like we were talking about earlier, though. I really was. F-Bomb and I were talking about this just a couple of days ago.
How awesome I am.
Yes, absolutely. How awesome you are,
Thank
Kevin.
you. Checking.
I was sitting there just tortured over having to be in front of a computer for hours, right? And I'm doing numbers and just shit I hate doing, and it got me thinking about my friends that work 9 to 5 in front of a computer, and I don't understand how you do it. I think maybe Paul might be able to speak to that too, because I do not understand, because I have a bunch of friends that are, I don't want to say, Dilbert the cubicle dweller or whatever, but
what does Robert Parker call those of us in the
cubicle monsters?
Cubicle monsters, yeah.
I understand where that comes from, but I also I have I guess a little bit of envy at being able to have the mental capacity to just sit down and focus on a keyboard for that long, because I can't do it.
I can't do it for 10 hours straight either. Like, I have to get up and take a break.
Right.
I got to get up, do a 5-minute walk or something.
Right.
Just that's why I have to have background noise so my brain doesn't get fuzzy.
I mean, you give me a pile of lumber, some plans, my Bluetooth headphones, and some music, and I will work for 10 hours straight.
Oh, I know.
Stop once in a while to drink some water or whatever.
If somebody said,
but
here's
I'm
some
happy.
measurements, drop some plans, you'd be right on that.
You are just relentless, aren't you?
I am tonight. I am for sure. Lila's back after walking the dogs. Lila, you missed the entire conversation where Tom came out and admitted he was really a leftist Democrat and really supported AOC's bid for president. And we had a great talk about Pete Buttigieg. Actually, we really did.
Actually, we did. And
We're all not really opposed to Pete Buttigieg.
No, I'm curious about. I don't know much about Pete, so I'm curious at that point.
Me and Pete are buddies from way back. I don't know if you know this or not, but we used to kick it to the crib with the 40 and a blunt. Yo. All right.
That joke is just so old. So I'm just having an interesting news report come over my wire about 10 minutes ago. It says the U.S. has struck Iranian military sites, and Tehran has responded with an airbase attack against an American target.
There go gas prices.
It's disconcerting. We were talking earlier about what's going on over there, and you were making the comment about how with the midterms coming up that he may be trying to bring this to a swift end. I agree with you in that sense, with a caveat, right? I think he's concerned that if he can get it over and drive, I think his mindset is gas prices, right? If I can get the straits open again and moving, there's more supply on the market, and bring the price down, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the hopes of him lowering gas prices is something they think may save the Republican Party in the midterms. So I think
He's
you and I are kind of
probably
thinking the
right.
same thing, just slightly different roads.
He's probably right, because voters are going to vote for their wallet.
Yes, right. It's the economy, stupid, and that's a primary motivating factor. If people don't understand, they'll get it wrong every time in the elections.
So when
I mean, could you see my point, Kevin?
Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right, but I think there's another angle to this too that I think is really important. Every time the news reports on another dead U.S. service member, I think it hurts him even more. So I think you're right about getting the Strait open and the economy and all of that, lowering gas prices. But
Mm-hmm.
I think it's even a more negative play when they say 2 U.S. service members were killed today in the war with Iran.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that plays really even worse, right? Even though it's, oh God, this will sound insensitive. Even though it's quote unquote only 2, like in the context of a war and battles and all of that, like 2 is not a lot, 13 is not a lot.
Right.
But when you're still sharing that 2 are not ever going to come home.
Yeah, and if that's your father, your brother, your sister, I think it depends on context,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's a serviceman from, Naval Base Kitsap or JBLM, it matters to that community.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and it does become a thing, right? Like, it becomes a thing as far as how it's perceived, how the American public absorbs it. I think that's the problem, is how the American public absorbs it. Because again, right? It's only 2. It's only 2. And I'm not minimizing the loss of anybody, but it's only 2. But when you market that to the American people, who are already not behind this to begin with, like most of the polls show that Americans as a whole are not in favor of us escalating things with Iran.
No.
And then you present that it's 13 have died. Oh wait, 2 more. Now it's 15. That just doesn't play well. I think it's a really dangerous place for Republicans to be when they're trying to market themselves better, So,
yeah.
Paul, do you agree?
It's a fair statement to make.
Or am I over dramatizing what it means? How that'll play out? Is it possible that Americans are just, well, it's 2, it's expected, we're at war?
I think it depends on your personal views or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I like the other one better.
Do you like the? Yeah. Tom and I came across.
Well, I think
USA jerseys. Yeah.
I think that Trump is down near an approval rating. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tom.
No. Finish where your thought was going, because I'm still kind of putting this together in my head. Yeah.
Okay. I was just going to say that Trump's approval rating already is at a point where, just generally speaking, it's lower than where it needs to be come time for the midterms. But you know what? Maybe Trump's doing some of the things he's doing because he actually doesn't care about the midterms, and he should, right? Maybe he does. Maybe he does. I'm just saying, I guess maybe he's not worried about it, and he's already kind of taken the loss before it even happened. I don't know. Because some of his behavior, this new peace agreement and the supposed things that are in it, it's a whole lot to try to stomach right now.
Is this a public relations nightmare for the administration?
I think it's real close to it. I don't think it's there yet, but I think it's close.
It's not the nightmare that, say, Vietnam was.
No, for sure.
Yeah, but yeah,
or the Bay of Pigs.
Yeah, right. I mean, Vietnam had huge casualty numbers.
Yeah.
but the impact that this has had on like just the average American, financially speaking, with the cost of everything going up because the cost of diesel is ridiculous, right? And everything moves across the country by diesel. So yeah, I think Paul's right. It might be a minor public relations nightmare. It's not a huge one, but I think it's enough to turn voters.
Probably. Hold on, Paul. I have to. Lila has thank yous for you, Paul. Lila says, Paul, thank you for last week telling me, and I know you were only talking to me, when having Kevin say he's off the market. I don't know what I would do without that knowledge now. I no longer have to wonder if I could catch such a centrist, misogynistic male specimen. I guess I'll have to consider other friends of the show. I'm not what I did. I'm not sure how I pissed in Lila's Cheerios. I don't know why I get to be called names now. I don't think. Am I a misogynist? Lori, you're a woman. Am I a misogynist? Be honest. I'm not going to hurt my feelings, but if you say wrong, I'm going to throw a fit.
You're really going to go public and ask the world if you're a misogynist, Kevin?
You guys know me in the real world, though. Am I a misogynist in the real world? Like, I say things to be provocative on the show, but do you really think I'm a misogynist? Shut up, Hammer! The men are talking over here!
You guys could hear that.
Do I think you're a misogynist?
Hold on. A misogynist is defined as, for people who, again, a person, typically a man, who holds a deep-rooted prejudice, hatred, and contempt for women and girls. Go ahead. Do you think that fits me?
Do I think that you have contempt and hatred for women and girls?
Yeah.
No.
Thank you.
Do I think that you say things that portray or perceive by others that you do? Yes.
Okay. So I say things that could be perceived
Do
as
you
misogynistic.
sound like an asshole 50% of the time towards
50?
women? Yeah, towards
That's
women.
awful high.
Towards women.
Wow.
Yes.
He's perceived to be an asshole half the time. Wow.
When you're talking to women or talking
I can see that.
Yes. Yeah.
What did Amber say, Paul?
He's hoping for better.
No, I'm not. I'm sure Amber's going to say worse.
You do. No, all she
Amber's
thinks
gotta
she's
stick up
actually
for Paul.
stepping outside to have a cigarette. No, I'm just saying, she said she had a thing or two she could say to you, but that you probably didn't want her to.
I thought her and I were friends.
I think that you are.
I was.
But you were the one who asked the question. You said, "Am I a misogynist?" And she was clearly willing to open up and give her opinion. Lori already did.
Yeah. Corey Collins says 50% asshole, 100% beta male. Corey.
Oh, damn.
You opened yourself up for that.
I swear to God, man.
Oh, damn it.
Well, Corey can't be an alpha male. He was going to call me to come look at my Jeep and then never called.
Breathe, Paul. Breathe.
I'm just teasing you, Corey. I love you.
Yeah, we're all good.
Lila, it's exactly what I would say. She's spitting fire. Don't encourage Corey, Paul. Stop. I'm 100% alpha. 100%.
Yeah.
I'm 100% alpha.
You do realize that entire conversation has everything to do with pack hierarchy with dogs and wolves.
Sure, I know.
Okay,
but I'm an alpha male.
Oh, okay,
In fact, I am your alpha male.
Yeah, is that where your nickname comes from? K-Dog.
Part of the reason, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's some other reasons I can't mention.
Because he was a man whore in his younger years.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with the nickname, actually.
Come on, Kevin, you know it. You were a total man whore.
Well, I'm not saying I was.
Yes,
It
you were.
wasn't. I'm saying it has nothing to do with the nickname. But the main reason for K-Dog is because I'm a Husky fan. We're the dogs. Best college in the world. Better than Wazoo.
That's a stretch.
Better than the Ducks.
That's a stretch.
Better. Really? Better than the I just proved to you we have more national titles.
Well, yeah.
Better than the Beavers.
At what though? Better
everything.
Okay.
I know you're a Wazoo fan. You know what the Wazoo graduate said to the UW graduate? Would you like fries with that?
I was just
Yeah.
going to say, I know the punchline.
Yeah, you know how you keep a wazoo cougar out of your front yard? Put up a goalpost. Damn. You know the biggest lie told on the wazoo campus is?
What's
No,
that?
really, I was just helping that sheep over the fence.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. All right. Lila is now completely unhinged. Kevin, I'm on the open market when you're ready. Thank you, Paul, for letting me know. This might be too much for me, Kevin, but if it's your kink, it's okay. I know some furries. Kevin's into bestiality.
I think we have other topics or other comments that we could be looking.
Yeah, let's look for other comments. I'm gonna just put those on the stage from now on. You guys say whatever you want.
Good idea.
Say. Oh my god, I don't know what to do with this. And Paul's having a stroke. Oh my lord. That's it.
You learn something new about everybody, don't you? Oh my gosh.
How dare you? I don't understand the whole furry thing, by the way. That just seems really foreign to me. Just really, really interesting to me. I'm not a misogynist. Now, I do agree with one of the names that Lila called me. A centrist. I would agree with that. I'm probably a centrist.
Yeah, you're within that circle, you know.
Yeah, I think I'm probably.
I would say so.
I don't think
for
it's
sure.
bad to be a centrist. According to AI, a centrist is a person or politician holding moderate political views that fall between the left wing and the right wing policies. They generally avoid ideological extremes, favor practical problem solving over strict partisan alignment, and often advocate for compromises. Yeah, that's exactly me. So yeah, I think centrist is probably fine.
That's
misogynist is not true.
Centrist is kind of exactly how politics should be
Well,
approached.
That's what I would think.
But
Yeah.
you're saying,
compromise. What's best for everybody.
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
no, I guess I was kind of confused there for a second because I thought you were. Never mind. It's not important. Centrist versus moderate. I was like, they're not comparable. I thought you were comparing them for a minute, but that's okay. You're listen, Kevin, here's the problem is that you are that way when you're on air and people don't know that in real life you're not that way. It's part of your bigger than life K-Dog persona. If that makes
Which way?
sense,
The centrist thing or the misogynist thing or
the misogynist thing? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean that's just joking around.
So I mean, I could say that yes, you are a misogynist, just not when it counts.
I'm not a misogynist. I don't.
Did you not get that?
No.
Not when it counts.
No,
you're a misogynist, just not when it counts.
I don't get it.
Really?
You can say it 5 or 6 more times.
Oh no! God dang it! Welcome to my world, Tom. Go ahead, explain it. Explain.
Okay, when does it count, Kevin?
When does it count?
When does being a misogynist count? When would it have the most impact in your life?
I don't understand where you're going with this. I don't really. Yeah, help me out.
In your personal relationships, like in your home, or when you're on a date, or when you're spending time with someone that you might care about, then it counts.
Oh, then okay, I see.
Right,
what you're saying.
and
Okay.
it doesn't. You're not when it counts. I mean, when we're on the radio, yeah. When we're on the microphone, you're dorking around and being funny, yeah.
I'm hilarious all the time. I'm hilarious all the time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How did this get around to bashing me again?
I've
been nice to all of you.
I'm
Again, you
defending you,
opened the
you wingnut.
door.
Oh my god!
I'm defending you, you wingnut. I'm
how
trying to
wingnut?
explain.
How dare you?
Oh my God! Tom just came up with the perfect new radio name for Kevin.
Oh my gosh. Corey Collins has a response for you, Kevin.
Let me go
Not
look
sure
at it.
You should read that.
Let me read that. I don't see it.
I think you should read it live on air.
Oh no!
I don't see his response. It hasn't populated in StreamYard yet. Is it over there? Okay, hold on. Corey, Kevin, you are 100% alpha male of you're in a relationship with Lila. You are 100% a alpha male of
I
your.
think that O should be an I.
Corey, learn to frickin' spell.
I think it's an if.
If you're in a relationship,
Learn to. You can't tell me that I'm a beta male and you can't spell. Okay. If you're going to talk smack, please do so appropriately. Thank you.
Now I will come to Corey's defense.
If. Okay, you just said
bit,
if.
right?
Yeah, if.
The O and the I are right next to each other on the keyboard, and I get Timmed all the time. When instead of Tom, I'm Tim.
I've never called you Tim.
Yeah,
but now that I said that, I'm probably going to do it the next time I post a
but
message.
it's been updated.
You've never had a typo.
It's been updated.
Did Kevin's voice just crack? Yeah, I've been losing my voice since Friday when I went to karaoke.
Because when it's time to change.
I love it when you sing, Paul. Paul, why are you not on camera? What are you doing?
I'll be right there. I'm just getting more. I'm refilling my teacup.
All right.
We
Are
better
you
not
still-
hear a flush, Paul.
Are you still drinking decaf tea?
No, there's no flush.
Yeah.
Are you still drinking
Lots of teas are.
decaf tea?
It's not. It's non-caffeinated. It's not decaf, but it's
Okay, so
I
you're
mean,
drinking like
there's
an
always a
herbal
little, but yes,
Right, so it's like
that
an
is
herbal.
correct.
Okay. I
Yep.
said, yeah, you don't drink decaf coffee, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I mean, that's like working your way to the top of the food chain to become a vegetarian.
Exactly. Decaf coffee is a crime.
That's right. That and that coffee they get out of elephant poop.
Oh, that's just weird.
You haven't heard about that?
Oh no, I have. Ella, and I do believe there's a strain of coffee they get from monkey poop too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Monkeys, elephants.
They have them.
you know,
They have them. Whatever chemical change goes through the beans while it's in there, and they
Yeah,
don't
it's been
digest it, but it
pre-digested,
changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be amazing.
I wanted. Well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tom. I apologize.
Oh, I was just no, it's okay. I was it's supposed to be amazing, but I don't know if I'm interested in trying it.
Yeah.
And yeah, anyhow,
so I had we had just a couple minutes left. I just wanted to bring up this one study that I thought was interesting. Amber is a big Friends fan, the TV show, right? And so she was following the case. She's like Andy in that she really enjoys the true crime stuff. And so she's got me kind of watching some of them and everything else. And she followed the case with the gentleman on Friends that died last year, that died of ketamine
Matthew
overdose.
Perry.
Yes. Yeah. Matthew Perry. Yeah.
Yeah, Matthew Perry.
That's it. So, but the reason I was bringing that up is because this story is interesting. It's so the title is "Single Infusion of Controversial Drug Changed Severe Depression Symptoms Within Hours," and that drug was ketamine. And the question that I had for you guys is, because ketamine, from what I understand, is a really heavy. It's almost like, I think it's like a horse tranquilizer or something like that, isn't it? But it's a serious heavy duty drug. People are dying. They're ODing on it. Matthew Perry did.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the kind of drug that's worth legalizing if it can have that level of effect? And all of the literature right now is showing the positive effects of consistent ketamine dosages in the right dosage. Is that drug too hard to maybe legalize? What do you guys think?
What if I'm not mistaken, ketamine, kind of like fentanyl, there's legitimate pharmaceutical applications, but that's got to be
100%,
under this, it's under the supervision of an MD who understands the dosing, et cetera.
Right.
So I
So
think
really quick, according to the DEA website, ketamine can be used for two things. It can be used as anesthesia,
Mhm.
and it can be used in low,
Yes.
off-label and really low doses to treat depression, anxiety, PTSD, and suicidal ideation. So, but that's in really
Yes.
low. Otherwise, it's heavy like anesthesia. Put their ass to sleep. But go ahead,
right,
Tom.
Right.
Yeah, it's so,
Right.
I mean,
Right. They're very low dosages.
Yes, I mean it sounds like the mechanism's already in place. You just need to speak to your doctor about it. So I think what you're asking about, Paul, is like more of a home use thing, right? Should you use
Yeah, which from what I understand, that's kind of a big part of the scene right now, is ketamine usage. So is it? Did you guys freeze up on me?
All right, I think we're back. We'll see if we're back.
Mhm.
There's still 13 people waiting for us to get back. Thank you, guys. Paul has entered the studio. Let's bring him in. So this will be quick. So I'm basically using my mobile hotspot off my phone. And so
any internet
We don't have any internet coming through your stuff, Tom. Not at all. So I'll use my mobile hotspot and eat that up really quick because I don't ever use it. So thank you, T-Mobile, for that. This segment brought to you by T-Mobile. The T stands for terrible. Hello, Paul.
Hey, so that was really weird, man. I heard this clump sound, and then all of a sudden, boom, everything went down. So
All the internet here is out, and then the in-building alarm system went off. So I believe it's
So much fun.
aliens. Yeah. So we'll start to put a wrap on this. Hello, Michelle Mabel. We haven't had you in around for a while. Where you been? To support the show a little bit more, will you? Don't be a jerk. T stands for tripping the price. Yeah, T-Mobile's gotten really expensive. They used to be really good priced. They had some good. Paul, I swear to God, if you keep drinking out of that mug right in front of your microphone, I'm gonna come over to your house and poop on your front porch.
I'm not in front of my microphone, brother. Do you see any
Whatever.
microphone here? There's no microphone.
Every time
here.
you sip on that cup, every time, I'm whatever. Anyway, Kevin Nelson said it's Trump's fault, probably. Yeah, good news. Okay. Really quick, we'll tag our sponsors. Again, our good friends over at Destination Highway 420 in East Bremerton on Hollow Street, across the street from the Cloverleaf. Stop in and check out their wide variety of cannabis products, including Tom. You give us a list. You're much faster.
You want me to give you the list?
You give the list.
Okay, they do have a nice selection of flour and pre-rolls. They have a great selection of dabs and edibles.
Glass.
Yep, beautiful selection of glass. Very, very educated bud tenders. Their manager is an all-around great dude. I think that's most of what you need to know.
Good people over there.
Yep.
That's the most important thing for me, is that they're just good people over there.
Yeah.
So stop in and see them again. Destination Highway 420.
100%.
Yep.
Also, thanks to our friends
Tell
at
me
Black
Outlaw
Ring
sent you.
Spirits. Yeah, tell them Outlaw sent you.
Yeah.
Not Paul, though. Don't tell them Paul sent you. Tell them Outlaw did, though. Black Ring Spirits, the proud home of Outlaw Radio. We broadcast from...
It's funny. It's funny.
You know what's not funny?
What?
That's not funny.
Anyway, it's kind of funny.
Black Ring Spirits, the proud home of Outlaw Radio. They are where we do the show every Sunday. So thanks to Black Ring Spirits. Stop in and check out their wide variety of alcohol, distilled spirits, and great company as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I had a couple of really cool tastings today.
Really?
Yeah. I had this young man come in, he's 25, and I don't know if you remember when you were 25. How did you drink when you were 25?
I didn't really drink much.
With both hands.
Really? You didn't drink much in your...
No, I didn't start drinking until I got in my 30s.
Oh, I was an animal at 25. I was like, line up the shots. Let's get fucked up. You know, that's how 25-year-olds drink, right? Especially 25-year-old men.
Do you mind if I put some music under this while we're talking?
No, go for it.
This is for Paul.
Yeah. And not this. This isn't music.
Go ahead.
This is
Go ahead, Tom.
horrible.
Go ahead.
This is horrible. So I'll go ahead and focus on my nice tasting today, because I had this young guy come in. He did 6 years in the Navy and then landed here, and he's going to get into early childhood development.
Nice.
So
Really?
yeah, just super interesting.
Yeah.
guy, super interesting kid, and he decided that he wanted to sit down and start learning about whiskey.
Yeah.
Right. And
well,
not-
you need that after you've got into early childhood development.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and not doing shots. Like, he wanted to sit down and like learn how to have a refined whiskey palate. We sat and had a great time.
Wow.
It was really cool.
That's a cool story.
Yeah, it was fun. Oh, come on. Come on. Do you have to? This song is so horrible.
I love this song.
This song is so horrible.
Hold on. Wait.
What? Why? That's the worst part.
Tell me they were doing drugs in the 50s without telling me they were doing drugs in the 50s.
That's not drugs.
No?
That's not drugs. That's
a head injury.
That might be. That might be traumatic brain injury.
That could be.
Shaken baby syndrome.
Michelle Mabel, how's life been? Tell us about it. Tell us how your life has been. Lori, do you have any parting shots? Tegan, you didn't sign up for the paintball. Are you scared? I would think a strong Second Amendment supporter like you would think that they're pretty good at shooting guns. I'm surprised you didn't sign up for it. Kevin Nelson said he's in. Michelle Mybell might be in. Lori, parting shots.
You asked for parting shots, and then you completely interrupt.
But then she said goodnight, and so I wanted to get her before she left.
All right.
Can you just talk already? Why are you stalling?
F you.
No, thank you. I don't even have time to text myself, let alone put into an effort taking you out to dinner and buying you drinks. Will she, won't she put out? Who knows? Go ahead, Lori.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead, Lori.
Oh, man. Anyways, first week of June, everybody, the weather's getting great. It's supposed to be in the 80s on Tuesday. Please, please, please pay attention to your body. Make sure you hydrate with water in addition to any other libations. And then the other thing that you need to pay attention to is there's so many people on their motorcycles now. So please, when you're out there driving, keep your eyes open and your head on a swivel. And do not just drive like, you don't see a car, so it must not be anything.
Yep.
And the electric bicycles as well. So that's my parting shot.
All right.
Have a great week.
Tom has ducked away for a second to talk to somebody with
management.
Yeah. Corey said he's in. Paul, do you have a parting shot? Actually, where's Amber? Does she have a parting shot?
No, she's sitting over here on the couch. She's good to go, man.
Lila asked, so what happened? Did you guys trip on a cord with a cup? No, we have no idea what happened. Tom's clearly got state-of-the-art internet down here.
Clearly.
Black Ring Spirits, the alcohol is great, the internet is not.
Actually, I'll take this moment to shit on AT&T.
Tell us how you really feel, Tom.
Yeah, we thought we were going to go ahead and change from our our cell provider to AT&T. We had the salesperson come in and promise us the moon, and what a pile of crap that's been.
Be careful, you'll be accused of being a misogynist against corporations if you say things like that.
Okay. Well, I'm obviously a misogynist against AT&T because they suck.
Yeah. Michelle Mabel, what kind of gun are you holding in your profile picture? I'm curious. It looks like some kind of a. I'll put that back up again. Looks like a semi-automatic rifle, maybe a AR, maybe or. Yeah, I can't really tell though. Looks like
It's an AR-15.
Is that an AR-15? All right. Lyle said, as you should, Tom. They are shit, and every internet provider that extracts a ton of shit for no value given. Well, as every internet provider.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's the problem, right? I mean, you've got to find which corporate nonsense is going to serve your needs best, and because I mean, you have to deal with corporations in America.
You have
to. You can try to do the craft thing. I encourage people to do the craft thing. Go to your craft distilleries, go to your craft breweries, go to your farmers markets, go to your small mom and pop shops. Do all that stuff, but at the end of the day, your communication infrastructure, you've got to deal with corporate America. You want to get from point A to point B, you have to deal with corporate America. You're going to deal with corporations.
Yep.
It's just the way it is.
All right. By the way, it's a SIG 522 that she's shooting in that picture, she says. And she, air quotes, lost it in a boating accident last year. I know what you Republicans are doing. We lost it because we don't want to have it on a registry. That's cool. I understand. I support you. I think you're totally fine. Have you ever killed anybody, Michelle Mabel? I think the answer is yes. All right. Paul, did you have parting shots? I asked you like 10 minutes ago. You haven't said anything.
Well, because Tom had to go back and forth. That's just how it goes. It's okay. We're all used to it, Kevin.
Sorry.
No worries. No, Tom, you do at least less than anybody else. I think you're allowed. So we're okay. We're okay. No, just invite people to come out on a Saturday or Sunday. Come out and play paintball. Kitsap Paintball Park, located at the Kitsap Rifle and Revolver Club.
On Seabeck Highway.
And yep. And if you tell them Outlaw sent you, I won't charge you for your rental gear. So we'll just kind of throw that out there. So That just paint. There's a $20 player fee, and that's how we pay the rent. But yeah, then after that, just pay for paint. I will give you your rental gear.
That's all. That's a hell of a deal, dude.
Good savings.
Yeah,
right
it
there.
is.
And by the way, I'm still soliciting people that are listeners that want to get into a Outlaw versus listener paintball event. We don't have a date or time yet. Because again, I want to gauge interest. And see
we're
if people
just
are interested.
spitballing it right now.
Yeah, we're just kind of throwing out the idea. So if your name is not Michelle Mybell, who can clearly fire a SIG 522, which means she's way overqualified for paintball. But if you're not her and you want to get involved in you can, Michelle. It's fine.
Yeah, you know what's funny?
What's that?
I found my time when I was playing ball, people that have extensive firearm training tend to struggle a little bit with paintball. Because they're aiming
they do because the paintball's
gun.
Yep.
Yeah, they're aiming a
and they
gun
don't fly
at
straight.
another human being.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and yeah, I mean, there's that too. It's a liquid filled sphere. It's not exactly the most stable projectile, but I mean, it just the like training side of it. People that have extensive firearm backgrounds tend to be a little bit slower on the paintball field. So it, because
the easiest way for me to explain it is it's like firing a black powder rifle.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know who else is going to be really slow on paintball fields are people with old decrepit bodies that are breaking down them like Paul, which is why I'm going to dominate it.
Especially when I'm using a pump, right? And you putting out 6 shots to my 1.
That's what she said, Paul, when you're using a pump. Anyway, Michelle Mybell says she'll rock you guys. She's little and good at hiding, and she loves some paintball. Paul, do you have people sign a waiver? Do people have to sign a waiver to do it? Do you have a legal waiver to sign?
Yep. Yeah. I do have a waiver. Yep.
All right. Perfect. All right. Sounds good. It'll be fun. So if anybody who's interested, send me a private message on Facebook or some other place. You can do we have an email anymore for Outlaw? Like what happened to that email address we set up? I don't even know what it is.
There goes Kevin's voice.
Outlaw Radio Network.com.
This is the website, but is there an email off of that?
Yeah, there should be the email on.
Oh, hold on, let me look. Yeah. But we don't know where it goes.
To an inbox somewhere.
Yeah, we don't know who's getting the inbox.
That's an Andy question.
That's an admin.
Yeah, you know what?
Question.
It's probably just worth it to tell everybody to message us on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Or through
because there's a few of us that always see them. Yeah, through Messenger.
We were asked, did we lose internet because Alicia played the biggest prank ever and pulled the plug? Possibly. I don't think she did though. She couldn't get here.
Did she pull the plug on the black guy?
I don't know. I think she's at home nursing the black guy. So I don't think she can make it down.
I'll say it one more time. Enunciation counts.
I think it's great. She clearly did not listen to the show at all tonight because she has no idea what I've been saying about her. The call-in said that they're in for the paintball event.
So that's did Tegan.
Love it.
Did Tegan say she was in?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Lila said that they're down to clown. Michelle Mybell said she'll rock us, so I assume that means that she's in. So yeah, bring it.
Oh, there you go. I mean that's a good start. And what'd it take? An hour?
I don't know. They have to send me messages. I don't have a list. So can you guys
if
put a link in the stream to the paintball? Well, you have to send us a message. We don't really have a link otherwise. Paul, do you have a website for the paintball field?
I have a Facebook page. Yeah. Well, we do have a website, but it's under construction. So I mean, yes, it's there.
I don't think you can send messages to that. And
everybody, if you want to play against the Outlaw team, please send us a message in Facebook Messenger to Outlaw.
Yeah, go to Facebook and search Outlaw Radio Network. Yeah, that's the best thing to do is send it to our Outlaw Radio Network.
We'll play lots of games, and teams can switch up and everything else because some people may have a proclivity and absolutely need to shoot Kevin in the ass. Don't know. I don't know who any of those people might be.
Tegan just said that I don't reply to messages. That's actually true, but that's why Lori just said send it to the Outlaw Radio Network Facebook page, not to me directly. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Kevin doesn't respond to my messages either.
Lila said not your personal. No, it's probably better to send it to the Outlaw one. We get way less traffic on that one than when I get on my personal one. So it'll be easier for all of us to maintain.
And there's more people watching it than just you.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. All right. Paul. Just between us, nobody else is listening.
Sure.
Have you popped the question yet,
dude?
What?
Asked if you popped the question yet.
Why?
Pop the
What?
question.
No.
You haven't
No.
yet? No,
I
okay,
haven't.
just-
I haven't. That's not a conversation you and I have had, Kevin.
And I'm just asking if you.
Hell, he's still doing paperwork from the last time he popped the question.
I'm not suggesting that you were going to do anything or that you'd said anything otherwise. I was just curious if you popped the question.
I'm sure he's still doing paperwork from the last time.
I mean, God knows
I'm
Tom's
rooting
right.
for you,
I mean,
I would ask to clarify what question you're talking
Well,
about.
there's that too, I guess.
Yeah, knowing Kevin could be many things.
No, Paul knows what I'm talking about.
yeah. No, I really don't.
Because I'm an ordained minister. I can perform the ceremony myself, and I wouldn't charge him a dime. It'd be great.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I would probably put you to work for that day. Should it ever come. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm just
it's all
checking,
good.
just seeing if you'd pop the question. That's all.
Yep. Nope.
Did you give your parting shots?
I have not yet.
Okay.
I had to go deal with the alarm.
Tom, could you please give your parting shot?
Silly shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's getting to be
A
festival
lot like Christmas.
No, thank God.
Good Lord, no.
Yeah, it's getting to be festival season.
Oh, it is. That's
Yes,
true.
it is.
Yeah. Black Ring Spirits is, man, our festival calendar is racking up.
Oh, I thought you guys couldn't do festivals because you were a distillery.
Beverage festivals, right? So those are different. There's some loopholes and stuff in the
Can you do the fair?
No.
Can you do Whaling Days?
No.
Can you do Blackberry Festival?
No.
But they sell blackberry wine down there.
Right, but not distilled spirits.
That's so dumb. Go ahead.
That would take the farmers market endorsement that we used to have. So we used to be able to do those. And then Wall Leg did a bunch of stupid shit.
That's ridiculous.
But let's see here. Black Ring Spirits is going to be sponsoring a hole at the Miles Montgomery Classic Golf Tournament for KISW. So it's a whole sponsorship for a golf tournament, you wingnut. Good Lord.
You said you're sponsoring a hole. And
I noticed.
I'm sorry.
He couldn't keep it together.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yep.
After that, we're going to be at Bourbon Bacon and Brews in Spokane.
Ooh,
Really?
that
yeah.
sounds amazing.
Yeah. So
You gonna miss the show that week?
Actually, I will be.
I figured.
Yeah, because it's actually a 2-day event, so I'll be gone Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. We could all go with you and broadcast live from it, couldn't we?
That would be so fun, and you are totally welcome to.
Oh, that would be great.
That would be.
When is it?
So
Do you know what the
fun.
date is?
I don't remember, but I can get them to you.
Get him to me. We'll see if it's a day I have the next day off. If it is, I would love to do that.
Oh, that would be so
where
fun.
where is that at? Where
In
is that?
Spokane.
In Browntown.
Spokane.
Browntown.
In Spokane?
Spokane.
Hey, don't be making fun of the Browns, dude. Not after their
No, no.
loss Friday night.
I call it Browntown because everything in that town is brown. There's no green grass. There's no
Okay.
green trees.
That's not true.
There's no snow-capped mountains. It is
Around-
brown everywhere. Brown
Around
dirt.
Spokane, it's brown, but in Spokane, there's nice green parks
Well,
and trees.
because they truck it in.
No, they irrigate the brown and it turns green.
Browntown. That's what I call Spokane.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna tell you guys all good night. I'm
But
gonna
we're not
turn
done
everything
yet.
off.
Tom's
'cause
still
I gotta-
giving his parting shot.
gotta-
You can stick around for his
Well-
parting shot, Paul.
All I was
Amber
Not
can
if you're
wait
gonna
5
keep
more minutes.
interrupting him.
Amber can wait 5 more minutes to be disappointed and frustrated. Paul, just
Kevin,
settle down. Go
shut
ahead.
up.
I was just going to say there it's going to be a busy festival season, and as festivals come up, I will give the Outlaw listeners dates and times. So if they want to make a little road trip, there's the Miles Montgomery Golf Classic in Redmond that's coming up.
You're gonna be at that too?
Yeah, we're sponsoring a hole. That's what you lost your mind over.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we've got that coming. We've got
Need a hole?
Spokane.
Tom's got you covered.
Yes. We've got Spokane coming up. There's a couple more up in
You can fill it with
Woodinville that we
Lori's
attend every
beads.
year. Yeah, Lori's beads. Yeah. We'll take Lori
Yeah.
out to the Miles Montgomery Classic.
You need to take Lori with some of her beads and have her put her beads in the hole.
Right. I know sometime later this summer will be Gig Harbor Summer Sips. So there's one that's gonna be close to
nice.
home.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's festival season. I'm gonna be out and about a lot.
I could just see Tom on the golf course screaming at people, "Fill my hole!" Sorry. Fill my Tom, I'm going to make a T-shirt for you that just says "Fill my hole." Will you please wear it?
Of course I will.
But I'm a misogynist. Okay.
If it's outrageous and ridiculous, of course I'll engage in it.
Where's Amber? Can she hear us right now?
No, she can't.
Okay. She's prepping. Okay.
No, she went to bed a while ago.
Oh, did she? Why?
Because she has to be at work at 6 a.m.
What does she do? Are you comfortable sharing what she does for a living on the show? I don't think I know what she does.
She works for the company. Well, they're a subsidiary basically of Puget Sound Energy. They take care of all of the power poles and the installation and the removal and the replacement, the procurement.
Patelco?
Whenever. Yeah, Patelco.
Is she out there doing it, or is she like administrative? Is she climbing up a pole and
no? She handles all the permitting.
Okay, all right. No, that's good. That's perfect.
Yep.
All right. Glad to hear that. All right. Are you done, buddy?
Yeah, I was just asking Paul. He answered me if it was Patelco.
Okay. Never even heard of Patelco.
Yeah,
that's my electrician past.
Oh, did you work at Patelco?
No,
okay.
But I worked around the guys that worked at Patelco. Yeah, I was an electrician, not a lineman. Linemen are crazy.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
listen,
they're all linemen.
Yeah, they're you got to be nuts to do that job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have a big set of brass balls. When they clack together, sparks shoot out your ass.
Yes. The only job that I think is crazier than that are the people that climb and top trees.
Oh no, I've done that.
I think
I'll top
nuts,
a tree.
man.
I won't go work a high voltage pole.
I'm going to climb a
top
tree 150 feet up in the air with a chainsaw strapped to my waist. I don't think so.
Sure. The
You're out
view
of
is
your mind.
beautiful.
Might be beautiful, and that's how I would die.
The view is beautiful.
That's how I wouldn't even get on my roof. I hired you guys. Here goes my man card. I hired somebody to come to my house to do a moss clean off and apply the anti-moss chemicals up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I am not taking my fat, and my roof is a little pitchy anyway.
It's a little steep.
It's a little pitchy. Yeah. So
you know what the best anti-moss chemical is?
Gasoline and fire, but no, what?
Baking soda.
Yeah.
Is it?
Baking soda.
No.
Baking soda. It's
I went out.
environmentally friendly. Won't hurt your dogs. Won't hurt your cats.
I went out and bought some stuff from Lowe's or Home Depot or something.
And it's infinitely cheaper than that stuff. I know what stuff you're talking about.
Does it last as long?
Dead moss is dead moss, dude.
But it'll grow back though, right?
You're changing the pH balance within the moss itself, so it dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the moss doesn't like the high pH.
I'm surprised Corey hasn't jumped in and accused me of this is why I'm a beta male. All right. My parting shots. The first thing I want to encourage you to do is sign some initiatives.
Yes.
Petitions.
Thank you. There's a couple of them that are going around, and I'm the believer that in most cases, not all cases, but in most cases, I will sign any petition. Just about petition for the initiative, but you have to get a petition to have an initiative. The initiative is what's on the ballot. The petition is what you sign, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have 300,000 signatures on your petition.
Yes.
So that the initiative can make it to the ballot.
I'm in favor of initiatives on the ballot,
and it might be 300,000.
And even if,
it's 400.
Is it 400? Oh,
even if I'm not,
whatever the number is,
even if I'm not going to vote yes for it, I am in favor of it being on the ballot because I think it is far more important for voters to have a say than Olympia to have a say.
Absolutely,
Correct.
Especially given the current swathe of our dysfunctional Olympia. So,
absolutely,
I'm totally in favor of getting the income tax thing on the ballot.
Yes,
and again, vote how you want to. But I think that needs to be decided by the voters of Washington,
by the people paying the tax.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea. So,
or the people.
And Lila said you'll sign anyone. I didn't say anyone. I said almost anyone. Don't put words in my mouth. You need to pay attention.
The other ones are
what are the other ones?
Parental Bill of Rights.
The Parental Bill of Rights. I'm totally in favor of. Having been a parent who had to go through that, I think I'm going to sign that and vote for it. Is there one to protect girls' sports? That's another one. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to read how that's written before I'm going to put it on the ballot no matter what. Again, I think it's more important that people get to vote on it than let Olympia have their say.
Right.
But I need to read that before I decide what I think of it, because I think it could be written of one of two ways.
You mean you need to be an informed voter?
Well,
Kevin?
God forbid. Yeah, read your stuff, dummies.
Be an informed voter. What?
So that's the first thing. Secondly, don't harass the people that are collecting signatures. Like, I've seen too many videos come out lately of people just harassing the crap out of them. There's an initiative process in this state for a reason, and it should be protected. You don't have to agree with them, but you don't have to be jerks.
Actually, if you're caught harassing petition signature gatherers, I think you should be bear sprayed.
And that's how Tom feels. Be an informed voter.
I think you should be bear sprayed.
Yeah. The next thing I want to point out is we are getting into the summer months, so please check on the people that matter to you, the elderly, the older people that maybe don't have AC. Find out how you can be of assistance to them, what you can do to help them out. If you have old AC units that you don't need or want or whatever, I would suggest not putting them on social media and selling them on Marketplace. I would suggest calling elder care centers, like community centers, stuff like that. Call St. Vincent de Paul, find out how you can donate them to elderly people in need. The heat's really tough, and climate change is real. Like, we are seeing way warmer summers than we've ever had. Attribute what the cause of it is, however you want to, but we are seeing way warmer summers than we used to have. So getting those in the hands of elderly people, people that are dealing with severe illness or whatever, is always a good idea if you don't need it. And if you can afford to let it go and donate it. If worse comes to worse, you can be like Lori and let me borrow it all summer like she did last year.
Last year? You had it for 2 years.
Was it 2 years I had it?
Yeah.
Right, well, I had it all last year and the year before. So F off.
Wahoo.
And then no, this program, I don't speak for anybody else, Lila. I believe climate change is real. The reasons behind it can be discussed and debated. Paul, do you deny climate change, or do you just deny human caused climate change?
Climate change is not only real, but it's a consistent. It is always changing. All of the data shows that.
Tom, do you deny climate change? Tom?
I do not deny.
Lori, did you deny climate change, Lori?
When?
Just in general on the show. Did you say there was no such thing as climate change?
I don't think that the climate change that is purported on the media currently is accurate. It's a fear mongering. I think that climate change, like Paul was saying, is a constant.
Yeah,
it's always changing.
I mean,
and you can look at historical where we've had ice ages and we've warmed up and everything else. So,
I mean, that's one of the factors.
Ice cores.
Yeah, that's one of the factors that plays into evolution of life on this planet. I mean, and to think that human beings are responsible for climate change is an absolutely ridiculous thought.
We're not going to go down this rabbit hole because we'll be on this show for another 2 hours.
At least.
The question was for me, and Lila wants to know if it's a man-made. I'm not asking that because we're at the end of the show.
Right.
And that's a whole different conversation.
That's a whole show we can talk.
Is there climate change?
Yes.
I think we all agree it certainly
absolutely
is. So we didn't deny it for years. We may have denied, some of us may have denied whether or not it's caused by humans or not, but that's a topic for next week. Lila asked that question earlier. We'll certainly get into it. Finally, the last thing I want to say is this. We have the opportunity to get involved in the political process. I would encourage you to do that regardless of what side of the aisle that you're on. Get to know your candidates. Now is the time.
Yes.
Right? Tomorrow is June 1st. You have a little over 2 months until primaries. The time for you to do your due diligence is running out. So now invest. Now go to the eggs and issues. Go to the town halls, go to the campaign events, get to know people, talk to people, ask questions, so that when you go to cast that primary ballot in August, you know who you're voting for.
And when in doubt, vote out every single incumbent.
I'm not going to say that. Well, because in some races, you could vote out the incumbent and be left with people like Ace Haynes.
Okay, be intelligent.
Be intelligent. Do your research. Paul, I love you. I hope you're feeling okay. Please take that Viagra and rub some CBD lotion on your ailing joints. Beeler, if you're listening, I hope you and your black guy are feeling well and doing all right.
I didn't
hope
think
everything
I
is
was going
good.
to have to say enunciation count one more time, but
But you did.
apparently I do.
That should have been the drinking game word.
Oh, yeah. Enunciation or black eye?
Enunciation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lila says denying human involvement is denying climate change. That isn't true.
No, you're entitled
That's
to that
fallacy.
opinion.
No, that's a fallacy.
Well, but you're entitled to that opinion.
And we're not talking about it, are we?
Wait, but I'm just saying that's a fallacy to say you can't have one without the other. You certainly can.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's it. We got to get out of here. We love you guys. We appreciate you. We appreciate everything you guys do for the show. And we're going to wrap this thing up. It is the Outlaw Radio Network. Good night to Paul.
.com.
Amber, please ignore the 12 minutes of crying that comes after this.
Paul.com.
Good night, everybody.
OutlawRadioNetwork.com.
See ya. Dealer and her black guy.
Enunciation counts.
Have a good night, everybody.
Turn off the music before we get started.
I know. Good night. Go to bed, you dummies. See ya. Really, good night.